Hello, hello, hello. It is time for the Steins and a Gaten. Let me get out of this before my audio gets copyrighted. That's probably already too late, but who? Wrong one. Hey, Golden. You're fine. I know it's a bit of a bit, but you know I don't care. As long as you're having a good time, then that's all that matters to me. What just happened? Uh, oh, that's right. I have my Xbox controller plugged, so I guess it was taking inputs from that. Confirmed. You can play Steins Gate on the Xbox. I'm checking. The rainy season hadn't been that bad this year, and what little remained of it had already disappeared. Temperature-wise, summer had come a long time ago. In other words, it had almost been a year since it happened. And then one Saturday afternoon, if I stayed home, not only would it be hot, but Dad would be on my case about helping with the family business. To get away, I'd come to the area around Ikebukuro Station. I wonder what the family business is. What does Rintaro's family actually do? They're like farmers. That'd be pretty funny, actually. He just comes from a family of farmers. A year ago, I could have gone to the lab, but with Suzuha living there now, I'd mostly stop going. What's up, Draft Key? What's up, Draft Key? Been a hot minute. Good to see you. But that meant it was hard to find a place to study on my days off. It was too much trouble to go to the university. And the classrooms probably weren't open on weekends anyway. That background lady next to those two guys has a donk? Which one? Next to those two, the green sweater? Next to the two guys in black. You mean these guys? Interesting fact. Anyways, good to see you. Oh, and by the way, as y'all could probably tell since I'm streaming and I posted on Discord too, the surgery did go well, which, I mean, surprise, surprise, it was a small surgery. And I'm able to make it to my seat. So, streams will continue. Fear not. Fear not. Congratulations. Thank you, man. And the classrooms probably weren't open on weekends anyway. After a lot of research, I'd settled on spending my free days visiting this cafe near my parents' home and spending a few 3 hours there. Are you taller now? 7 foot mochi? No. It just, a while back I had broke my foot in a bad fall in my house. Like, I broke all the metatarsals on it. And so I had to go to surgery to get that fixed, and they ended up putting a metal plate with some screws in my foot. And the surgery I had today, they just took that out. It is resulting in some pain, but I'll be alright. After a lot of research, I'd settled on spending my free days visiting this cafe near my parents' home and spending a few hours there. In fact, a lot of the other patrons did the same thing. Same thing I did, buying a single cup of coffee and sitting there for hours on end. Give me the extendo, Doc. I'm trying to be like Mike. Oh man, Mikey. Some brought books, some brought computers. I chuckled to myself as I realized that I'd joined the ranks of the other normies. Jesus Christ. Oh, I guess a bit of an update since you've not been here for a while, Draftkey. We did the Promised R ending. That was the first ending that I managed to get, where you send the D Rhine. And we're trying to get our second ending, which is the spoiler-free guide I'm following says it's called GS, but since the chapter starts with Gehenna's Stigma, I'm gonna guess that's what the ending's called. You was the barista single. Oh my god. Calm down, Golden. You can't even see her eyes, and as I say, and as I always say, eyes are a gate to the soul. If you can't see with someone's soul, can you really be attracted to them? Toot-tooroo, where are you now? Oh, the usual cafe, right? I just went to your place and you weren't home. You did? Did my dad make a nuisance of himself again? It's okay, he gave me some barley tea. I have to go shopping, will you come with me? Okay. Thank you. Okay, I'll leave now, wait for me. So they went to my house? Give me some coffee, B. Put your address in it too, man. Draftkey casually harassing service workers. Truly a Draftkey classic. It's called the Riz. Man. Draftkey, I don't know if you hear about it when I was talking about it, but you ever play any fighting games, man? You got any fighting games you play? My family's business was called Okabe Green Grocer. It was a beat-up old store located in a run-down shopping street. The place is almost 40 years old. I really wanted them to rebuild it. Oh, so they're like grocers. He comes from a family of grocers. Nice. I've played Street Fighter and Tekken. Ah, I gotcha. Trisky, too. That's cursed. That's cursed. My mind had wandered. Mayuri was gonna be here in less than 15 minutes, so maybe it was time to call it a day. I'd worked pretty hard during the morning, so it wasn't too bad. I was a little surprised at how hard I'd been working lately. I could feel how having a goal gave me energy. I needed to get to Victor Condria University as soon as I could.
Victor Condria 大学か。
Since I was testing Amadeus, I'd kept in touch with Maho via email and online chat. Jesus Christ, Golden. She must have been working hard because she was always sleepy. Oh yeah, dude, I nearly forgot what happened to Maho. Bro, she got kidnapped by Leskinen. Or something, I don't know. Leskinen's doing some sussy baka behavior. I think I'm okay to answer this. I'm already in the... Yeah. I can smell a moist.
はい。
何よ。どうして声を潜めてる？
今店の中なんだ。頼むから。俺の都合に関係なく連絡してくるのはやめてくれ。
Time to give Dr. Leskinen the draft key special. I don't know if I want to know what that is.
あんたがどこで何してるかなんてさすがに把握してないわよ。それとも私に24時間監視してほしいの？
I told you he was an evil vampire. He's about as pale as one.
あんたが寝てる姿とかお風呂入ってる姿とか全部覗き見してほしいと？
I mean, we always know that you don't get a sprite in Steins Gate unless you have a significant role in the story. Which makes me think that the only one that I haven't seen do anything significant yet is Kaide. So I'm curious what her role will be. Also, what the hell, Kurisu?
かなかの変態ね。
What?
知った口を聞いてすみませんでした。
What? Bro didn't even deny it.
私が連絡したってあんたが出たくなければ出なくていいの。それぐらいで怒ったりしない。
そうだな。
まあ今は迷惑みたいだからお望み通り切るわ。確かにスマホで 3D モデルの女と真面目な顔して会話してる大学生男子ってかなり気持ち悪いし。
They gonna think he's got like one of those apps that's like it's like having a pretend girlfriend. Oh my god. I hope you mean like the rubber ducky or something, Golden. Like a rubber ducky.
お前な。
冗談よ。いつも相手をしてくれて、これでも一応その
The Pussy Buster 9000 with Gorilla Grip rotating action. Now that'd be a bestseller.
感謝はしてるんだからな。
そういう話はいいから、とにかく切るぞ。
Carissa always talks so much. The real one used to talk a lot too. Talking to her in a place like this always drew a lot of attention and made me feel awkward. The man will be falling silent for years after I'm done with his tushy. It's just gonna sound like in the Spongehenge episode. It's just gonna sound like when the winds go through like the the holes in the Spongehenge. Oh no, it's cursed. Looking at the screen and talking was embarrassing, was all. That's exactly it. Looking at a screen and talking was embarrassing, was all. So I'd once proposed that I talk to her like I was on a normal phone. And this is what she said. Why do I have to stare at a close-up of the side of your head? She really was a selfish little program. Mayuri and I met up and headed for Tokyo Hands. When I stepped inside the air-conditioned store, I felt refreshed. If it was this hot in June, I shuddered to think what it was going to be like in July or August.
それで、一体何を買うつもりなんだ?
Also, that's the OG Mayuri sprite. Also, I've just realized I've never seen Mayuri in a school uniform. I don't know why that, like, surprised me. Selfish little program, what is she, a brat? Do not loot. I wasn't gonna loot, I was just pointing it out. Hey man, I'm not like Draftkey. I'm not like Draftkey. I don't have those fetishes. Yeah, I think you overreacted there a bit, Golden. You were self-projecting. Zips dick. No, I can't say that. Never mind. No, I don't think I get away with that. Never mind. It's a bit. It's a bit too edgy. Never mind. Too edgy. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. No, I gotta hear it. No, no. Not in your wildest dreams.
今年はコミマで同人誌でも出す気か?
違うよ。岡部製菓店で使うんだよ。
は? なんだって?
My family business?
今日オカリンの家に行った時にね、おじさんとそんな話になって、じゃあマユシーが作りますって立候補したの。
おいおい。
So are they ever going to address the time machine battery again, or... I mean, like, the skip basically just happened, Golden. I mean, heck, it may be irrelevant, so it might not even matter. Was it about the Mayushi Gushi 10,000? Oh my god. Hey man, hey Draftkey, listen. We have one rule on Mochikuma VT. We have one rule. And that is to not loot the Mayuri. Don't you come at me with that. We have one rule. My dad could be such a jerk. Mayushi's officially been looted. I went too far. You went too far, man. I'm sorry, buddy. Why do I always show up when the weird happens? I don't know, man. Also, hey, Morse. Good news. Surgery went well, so streaming shall continue.
お前がそんなことする必要ないんだぞ。
でもマユシーがやりたいからやっているのです。
Nice, nice. Nice, nice. Very nice, Caesar-chan.
本当にいいのか？
オカリンやおじさんおばさんにはいつもお世話になってるから。
じゃあ代わりに今度何かプレゼントするよ。
本当？嬉しいな。
Man, Mayuri just makes me happy. Just seeing her in like a normal slice of life situation just puts a big old smile on your face. I don't know. I took a quick look around and saw that they were selling a lot of things you could use for advertising. I decided to mostly leave the purchasing decisions up to Mayuri. She spent quite a while deciding what to buy. But well, maybe because of all the time she spent at May Queen Neon Squared, her taste ran in the direction of cute and anime. I'm gonna show... Okay. We have 2 rules on Mochikuma VT. That is not looting Mayuri and not joking about killing Mayuri. We have 2 rules. You said 1 rule. I just added it. I don't think you guys realize I am God King Emperor of this stream. What I say goes. I am God King Emperor here. It's Tuna. You've gone too far, Golden. Part of me thought it was dangerous to leave it up to her, but still, they'd asked her, not me. It wasn't any of my business.
I got some jelly beans. You like jelly beans?
Bow down to the God King Emperor.
Exactly. I should just leave it to her. Also, thank you for the bits, Golden. And so I decided to wander around the store while Mayuri finished her shopping, but... Oh. Amadeus.
どうかしたか？
もしかして買い物中？
Indeed.
ああ、マユリとな。
へえ、デート？
スイーツかっこ笑い。
その呼び方はやめろと言ったろうが。
だったらお前も恋愛脳の癖を直すんだな。
You know what, that's fair.
はいはい、わかったわよ。でも、まゆりさんって可愛いわよね。
She is cute. But you can't loot her. I won't allow it.
あんな可愛い年下の幼馴染がいるなんて、あんた恵まれてるわよ。
そうだな。
これじゃ真帆先輩の勝ち目は絶望的じゃない。可愛げもないし、年齢でも勝てないし、身長も負けてるし、あとバスト的なものも惨敗だし。
Good lord. Karisu really went at Maho and did the like, boy, look at boy. Your shoes weak, your hair whack. Boy, what is this drip? Oh my lord, where'd you get this? The thrift store? Oh my God. Shoes whack. I mean, I agree, but the internet has already decided that for you. I can cope that the internet doesn't exist. Wrong. I have cope. Michi is flat, although flat is justice. I swear, man. I swear with you guys. Can't tell if she's really trying to be a wingman or just wants to mess with Mao. Probably both. She is a Soon, though. Yo.
かわいそうな先輩。
I swear, if y'all really like the characters in Steins Gate, I feel like if y'all haven't read the Grisaya series, like the Fruit of Grisaya, honestly, you could just read the Fruit of Grisaya. I swear y'all would probably love Grisaya. It's so good. It's so good. When I finally become the richest Twitch streamer in the world, I'm going to literally gift everyone I like Grisaya. When I finally get the riches of a king. I think I've seen a few episodes of the Grisaya, not the anime. The anime sucks. The anime is terrible. It's the visual novel. The anime is godforsaken, man. I hate what they do with the anime. They're just like, let's just zip through all the plot points.
それをヒヤジョーさんの前で言ったら、プログラム丸ごと消去されるぞ。
というか、私、未だにまゆりさんを紹介してもらってない。
True, actually.
あんた、友達は結構いるのに、私のことは誰にも教えようとしないわよね。
守秘義務的なものがあるんだ。あまり人に教えないようにって言われてる。
Chest blubber.
本当にそれだけなの？
That is what I remember hearing. Haven't had the chance to play the visual novel. What I can't remember is if it's in a rogue and if there is a safe for W patch. Okay, so it is in a rogue, but I would personally suggest playing the uncensored version. The censored version is still good. If you want the safe for W version, you can just get it on Steam. Steam is automatically censored, but it's pretty easy to get the 18+ version of Grisaya as well, though. I would personally suggest the uncensored version, because there is, like, stuff that happens that's different. Didn't actually know it was on Steam. Yeah. All 3 Grisaya games are on Steam. That's how I was able to stream it. But I would personally suggest playing the 18+ version. Neat. Gotcha. Fate is actually the same way. I'm actually pretty excited for Fate. Fate Stay Night, to get into that. Because I know it's like one of those critically acclaimed visual novels. NSFW straight up alters events to an extent. I don't know if I'd go that far, but there is like stuff that you could miss that's in the NSFW scenes. Like, I feel like they add to it. I mean, at the end of the day, the NSFW scenes are, you know, they have an obvious purpose, but like, I'd say it adds to the experience, personally. The only NSFW scenes you shouldn't sit through are Machinus. Skip all of Machinus. All of them. Which won't be hard, because there's only 2. A little bit. Well, a bit more like the context gets lost in the yeah, basically. It's like that more, say. Like, there's context in those scenes that you miss if you skip the, skip the, NSFW scenes.
実は私と話してるのを人に見られたくないんじゃない？
Also, the writing for Fate 8 scenes is meme-worthy. Like, it's actually bad. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god, why is everyone texting me today? Am I that loved? Hold on. My man was checking up on me when, cause I got surgery today. Thanks. Okay. Sorry about that. But anyways, yeah, get Grisaya. You can get it through Steam if you just don't want to see the NSFW scenes, or you can go to the websites. The websites. You know what I mean. Time for a modded transfer, man. It's interesting how that line has started so many dojin. It's interesting how Fate Stay Night got so big, because when I was looking at the preview screens for when I was downloading Fate Stay Night, it's a fairly old visual novel. That's not a bad thing. Dude, listen, I like old visual novels. I actually prefer them most of the time. And, like, I'm saying that because you can tell from the art style. And it's interesting. Jesus Christ. Anyways, sorry. It's interesting because it's like a Higurashi situation, because where you guys know, like, the beginning of Higurashi was kind of like it was pretty, like, bare bones when it started out, from what I understand, but it had, like, all this effort and passion put into it that it became such a big thing that there's, like, so many spin-offs and everything. I feel like it might be kind of the same thing with Fate Stay Night, where, like, maybe it was, like, one or a couple people put so much passion into it that it grown so big. It is. Tsukihime didn't have as much popularity, but I think it did help Fate gain more traction. Plus, more attention has been given to it in retrospect after they launched other Fate titles. Which, I mean, if you put that much passion into that, I do think your work deserves to get seen. It's like, a lot of people say, like, getting noticed in, like, the industry of, like, fame or something is like, oh, it's just a luck thing, it's just a luck thing. But I truly believe that if you put in, like, if you really put, like, the time and passion into it, you can overcome luck you can overcome luck a little bit. If you're really just, if your story or something has that much to offer. I mean, luck does have a huge role. Of course it does. Like, yeah, like, I'm not debating luck doesn't have a huge role, but I'm saying it can be overcome if you put the work into it. You gotta... Oh, no. Oh, Lord. I'm not even gonna say his name because I'm worried. Then you overcome luck. I've read some amazing triple S tier books with amazing story, but they're not well known because there's a lot of books. I mean, yeah. Of course, it's not always going to be, like, something that gets known, but my point is that it's possible. It's possible to overcome luck through sheer determination. That's my point. I'm not saying that it'll always happen. Of course, luck will always play a role, but it's possible.
そんなことはないさ。
I just went on like a huge tangent. I am so sorry.
どうしても紹介してほしいなら、ヒアジョーさんに許可をもらうぞ。手始めに、俺が一番頼りにしている男であるダルを紹介しよう。
Actually, you know what? I don't feel that bad. I mean, it's better to go on tangents and like talk about stuff like that than just sit here silently reading the visual novel and never saying anything. Because I like to imagine that at least maybe 2 people are here to see me and the visual novel, and not just the visual novel. I can cope. I can cope.
あいつなら、お前には相当食いつくはずだ。
24時間延々とエロ目線で見つめられてハーハーされ続けるんですね。わかります。
Not even wrong.
変態が怖い。
They should. They should, yes. Kurisu went pale and started to shake. Oh, you know what? I didn't show you guys, but I actually pulled a new waifu on Nikkei today. She's called Rupee. Let me see if I can get a screenshot of her real quick. She's like a rich girl. She's like a rich Gyaru, actually. I think she's supposed to be a Gyaru, at least. At least the art style would suggest so. It's funny because Florence Nightingale was in Fate, and her living relatives have commended that her name is still being said in modern time. However, I don't think they see her bikini art, though. Oh, why does Nikkei always take so long to load? Come on, man. I just want to see my hot robo girls. Don't clip that. Oh wait, did I even read that? Kurisu went pale and started to shake. I told Kurisu all kinds of things about what kind of person Dara was. She could easily imagine what would happen if she ever fell into his clutches. That is a disturbing way to put it. The English fan patch for Fate has seen a lot of improvements over the years too. There's even an Ultimate Edition that released last year. Personally, I recommend using that version. If you have an easy way to like find that version, to where I can get that, feel free to send me a DM, Morsay. I think that'd actually help a lot. You don't have to, I just... There she is. There is my rupee. I can send you the direct link to the forum. I would appreciate that very much. Thank you. Lord Draftkey, that almost made me act up. Y'all almost made me act up on stream with that. Oh Lord. Got me thirsting like an old hound dog. Y'all not gonna get that reference. Oh god, I need to stop. Like an old hound dog. Alright. Alright, here's Rupee. I feel like she reminds me of some anime character, but I don't remember which one. Don't listen. Listen. I'm saying. I promise. Dude, all it took was to threaten her with introducing her to Daru, and she's like, you know what? Never mind. Mayuri! Mayuri walked over, carrying a shopping basket.
あれ今誰と話してたの？
ああ、
How much y'all want to bet I chased off like 5 people with the barking earlier? Oh, I had her. I don't think I ever used her, though. I haven't used her yet. I looked down at my phone. Kurisu had disappeared on my smartphone, was back at its home screen. Evidently, Kurisu had hung up. Not gonna lie, her whole money shtick got old for me. Yeah, it's like Neon with the stupid, annoying firepower thing, isn't it? Although I'd argue that Rupee has more to her than just, like, the money thing. Dude, I swear to God, no one will even compare to Neon in annoyingness, though. He's like, oh, firepower, 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 I'm a spy, firepower, firepower, I'm a spy. Hey, did you know I'm a spy? Also, I love firepower. I don't know if you knew this. I don't know if you were aware of the fact that I love firepower. Jesus Christ. So annoying. Don't get me started on the firepower. Oh my god. Evidently, Kurisu had hung up.
大学の先輩からだった。
I just got your DM, Morsay. Thank you very much. I'll make sure to use that when I reinstall it.
そっか。
I knew I didn't have to hide Kurisu, but at the same time, Mayuri was the one person I didn't want finding out. Something I will appreciate about Fate Stay Night, and I assume it's also in this patch, when I was looking at the download, like the information screen, is that they actually give you an opportunity to turn off the H scenes. Like, a lot of the NSFW stuff, like, will just straight up, like, not even give you that option. They'll let you, like, mess with, like, the volume of stuff, but, like, the actual art and stuff, you still have to see it. So, giving the player the option to entirely skip those is pretty goated. At the same time, Mayuri was the one person I didn't want finding out. She knew that I'd failed to save Kurisu Makise last summer.
それで、買うものは決まったか？
こんな感じでどうかな。
The H scenes aren't important whatsoever. Nasu put them in because he knew people would buy it for the porn, at least. Well, I mean, more so was saying there's, like, some context in it, but I think I'll live without the H scenes. Like, the context may not be incredibly important. And if it is, I'll just go after stream and look at the H scene myself. I mean, I'll do that anyway. Dude, don't tell him about Real Mochi. Don't let that dog out. Don't let that dog out on stream. What am I doing today? There is story context, but it doesn't really make a difference outside of Heaven's Field. Gotcha. The basket was filled with heart and star-shaped cardstock. You give your familiar magical energy through sex. That's about it. Oh my god. You think magic's kind of like ammo? In Fate. So, like, they're, like, sitting there on the battlefield, they're, like, firing spells at each other, and she's like, crap them out. I need someone to bone me. That happens. That's pretty good. Admittedly, Nasu admitted that he only included them to help sell the game, since at the time, pure VNs that weren't a rogue didn't have as much popularity. That's fair, honestly. I do think having the rogue to it does increase its popularity, and if some of y'all are thinking then that's crappy, sex sells. I don't know what else to tell you. That's just a fact of the market. Also, lore-wise, that checks out. That's funny. Dude, I keep getting off topic. I'm so sorry. The basket was filled with heart and star-shaped cardstock. This didn't really go with our store's look. This is back in 2004. Visual novels were much more niche back then. Yeah. I do wish visual novels are pretty popular now, thanks to stuff like Steins Gate and Doki Doki Literature Club. But I do wish they were taken a bit more seriously, because even still today, visual novels are basically looked at, you're just reading porn, dude. You're just reading porn. But I mean, we'll get there one day, I think. There is the fight with where the heroes bail to have sex to regain their magical strength. Oh man. Why do I imagine the main character's just gonna be like, due to that, it's just gonna be like this semen demon? I need to stop. Steins Gate, Doki Doki, Danganronpa, Phoenix Wright, etc. Yeah, those really did help, like, make visual novels be taken more seriously. So I really appreciate them, but it's like, it's still one of those things where it's like, the stereotype is still there, unfortunately. The MC is actually a prude. Hey, you know what they say. you know what they say, the ones that be acting like they against it, the biggest freaks. Stop! Mochi, stop! Hence why the H-scene writing is out of character in the extreme. I see. This didn't really go with our store's looks. But I decided when I started, I was gonna let Mayuri make the decisions. Dad might complain later, but I didn't care. He was the one who asked Mayuri for help, not me. And so I went over to the register. Since it was a Saturday, the checkout area was overflowing with shopping carts. Since it was going to take a while, I sent Mayuri to browse the toy section on another floor. I knew that they'd have some stuff... Jesus. I knew they'd have some stuff from one of her favorite shows, Rainet Kakaru. Mayuri looked apologetic, but did what I told her to. In the end, I waited a whole 15 minutes at the register. Jesus. As an apology, I decided to get the present I'd promised her. We are not going back to the Rainet tournament, Golden. I don't care what happens. That will never happen again. She seemed really happy as she stared at the keychain. But, no buts. Me after throwing away my dignity and buying a hentai game on Steam. You have 14 friends who play the game. That's me sometimes. Cause like some of those games I'd be buying because you're letting real Mochi out. You gotta put him back. You gotta put that dog back, man. You can't. Just stop. Just stop talking. It was Upa, the mascot character from the Rainet Kakaru series. Bro, sex chess slaps. What the hell is sex chess? I told her when she went over to the toy section, she could pick out anything she wanted, and this was what she chose. I'll tell you what slaps, man. If like one of those visual novels that's like purely for the H, Ditzy Demons in Love. I think that's what it was called. It has basically no story, but the H scenes are. It's basically regular chess, but when you take a piece, they have sex. That's epic. Sounds like no game, no life. I told her when she went over to the toy section she could pick out anything she wanted, and this was what she chose.
ウーパならもう大量に持ってるのに、ずいぶん嬉しそうだな。しかもそれって普通の緑色のウーパだろ？レアなやつじゃないよな。レアなのは確かメタルウーパだっけか。
Wait a minute! Wait! I just realized that's the same Oopa that Kagari has, right? That's like that special promotion one from the movie or something. I think that's the same one that Kagari has. I could be wrong though. I'm pretty sure it is. The most popular and rarest of the Oopas was the shiny silver metal Oopa. For example, whenever there was a lottery for rare Rainet Kakaru stuff at the convenience stores, the top prize was always a metal Oopa. Mayuri had told me once that they had sold for tens of thousands of yen at auction. Chi. For some reason, Mayuri was wagging her finger at me. It's because you've been playing into Mayuri's hands this whole time, you absolute fool.
違うんだな。
What? I hate to break it to, but the king of femboys asked Follow isn't an OG Fate. Who's asked Follow? Wait, I think I've seen memes of him. Was he a Fate character? I didn't even know he was a Fate character.
これはね、緑のウーパさんだけど、普通のとは違うの。
Type as I know what meme that's referencing, and I'm not doing that. Nice try, though. You underestimate how much time I spend just scrolling through Reddit. As to Follow is yes, he's from Apocrypia and Grand Order. Does Fate and Grand Order have a visual novel? But all of them are in Grand Order.
この前やってた映画に登場した緑の妖精さんウーパなんだよ。
Fate Grand Order is a visual novel. Is that like the next one from Fate Stay Night? Is that like a sequel, but also a mobile gacha? Oh no. Dude, if I end up really liking Fate Stay Night, am I going to get addicted to another gacha? Because it'll have the Fate Stay Night characters. Surely that wouldn't happen. Surely our God King Emperor Mochi would never get addicted to another gacha. FG0 is its own FGO, sorry, is its own thing. I gotcha. Entirely possible. Been playing FGO since 2018. Oh no. But with turn-based combat in between stories, it's an entirely different universe. Or it's a different universe, not entirely, sorry. Same. Come to think of it, there had been a Rainet Kakaru movie out in spring. Had Mayuri sat in a theater full of little kids to watch it?
緑の妖精さん?
I think it's fun. I guess it'd depend on like what the turn-based action looks like. For me. Because I'll be honest with you, the only like strictly turn-based game I like is Pokemon. I've never been too big of a fan of like any of the Final Fantasy games. Except that one. I think it was the one with Noctis. Because it had like free-form combat almost, and I thought that was pretty fun. I've also dropped money on the game. My lineup is stacked at this point. Oh man. So are they still updating the story and stuff? They are? Oh wow. But you can get away with free-to-play. It's pretty balanced, all things considered. Yeah, yep. New chapter comes out next week. I don't know how to feel about stories and gotchas. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I feel like stories and gotchas can be kind of annoying. I mean, like, original stories that they're making in the gotchas. Because it feels like it'll be never-ending. You know, I don't know. Do you guys get what I mean? Cause it's like, dude, is this thing ever gonna have a conclusion? It's like One Piece, man. They're usually 6 to 7 months in between each story chapter. No, that's even more frustrating. Jesus.
映画のネタバレしてもいいかな?
Yeah, though at least for this game there are actual arcs. I mean, Pokemon has more episodes than One Piece. Yeah, but those are all like all of the Pokemon series are their own story. You can't. One Piece is just one long-running story. It's not really the same. They have a bunch of cool side stories to tide players over. I might have to check it out. Are you able to like bond with your units like in Nikkei? Can I charm the girls? And/or boys? And/or boys. The bi is coming out. Bisexuals be like, I want both. I want both. FGO events are actually amazing. Oh, nice. Yep. When you max it at 10, you get a craft essence unique to the servant. There you go. Is that a fetish? Is that a fetish? There have been special dialogues based on Bond. There's even a Valentine's Day event with unique voice lines. Oh, that's cool.
いいぞ、どうせ見ないし。
今回の映画はね、バーチャル世界で悪のスーパーハッカーさんたちとバトルをするんだ。
So they're fighting Daru?
そのバーチャル世界が妖精さんの住む森なのです。スーパーハッカーさんはすごく強くてね、かけるくんもウーパもピンチになっちゃうんだけど。
See, that's unrealistic. Nobody would struggle against Daru. Next week is the best time to start if you want to get into it. Some really good characters are coming out. Bro, there's no way I can start next week. Because I guarantee you there's spoilers in there of Fate Stay Night. And plus, I'm not even into the Fate series yet. It's only something I want to download if I, like, know that I'll be interested in it. Basically, Fate Grand Order is a good gateway into Fate if you're new, or a hole that sucks you in if you're already invested. Oh, man. Plus, I don't need another gacha to, like, suck me into its black hole. Dokkan and Nikkei are, like, draining me, man. Mentally and physically. But we'll see. I might end up falling victim to yet another gacha. Not gonna lie, a lot of Fate Grand Order players read Fate Stay Night after playing. I'll think about it. I'd like to download it, like, if I'm already interested in, like, the Fate series, though. You know what I mean?
もうダメだっていう時にね、妖精さんたちが助けに来てくれるの。
There are technically spoilers. It doesn't directly spoil Fate Stay Night as long as you don't read all the lore and the character bios for Stay Night characters. See, I couldn't do that. I couldn't hold myself back from that. I read everything in the games.
実はその妖精さんたちはかけるくんがお世話をしてた学校の花壇のお花さんたちだったんだよ。
I think I actually rolled one of the Fate Stay Night girls on WaifuBot. There's some, I think her name was Saber. She had like blonde hair or something. I rolled that one. That's King Arthur? I can't tell if you're memeing. Saber the OG. The MC of Stay Night. Oh, it's a female MC? For real? No joke? Yes, she's King Arthur. Don't explain more. I kind of want to see what that means. There are now multiple versions of Saber. Oh man. She sometimes has a penis. One of which is narrow. Yes, that narrow. I don't know who you're talking about. I either don't know who you're talking about or it's not like immediately coming to me. Emperor narrow. Man, you can say narrow as many times as you want. It doesn't mean I'm gonna get it. Oh, the Roman Emperor. Oh. God damn it. I was sitting here thinking that Nero was like some other anime character that I was supposed to get. Oh my god. So it looks like they take characters from history. Oh boy. Oh boy, don't let the Fate Riders know about World War II. God. If you know, you know. 99% of Fate Grand Order characters are real people. Not all of Fate's servant characters are legends and myths, both real and fictional. Oh, nice.
いつも優しくしてくれるかけるくんを助けるためにね、バーチャル世界でピカピカーンって光ってウーパと合体するんだ。それがこの緑の妖精さんウーパー。すっごくかわいいし、すっごく強いんだよ。まゆし、感動したな。そういう話に弱いんだ。監督さん天才だよ。
Occasionally they are gender meant for sales though. There are admittedly a lot of male historical figures that appear as females. I just had a really funny thought. Oh my god. Miyamoto Musashi has huge teeth. You know, that it's funny because that was like along the lines of what I was thinking. I was sitting here thinking, like, what if they have Alexander the Great and he's just like a girl with like giant boobs? And I don't know why, but that cracked me the hell up. They do, but he's not. Unlucky. Unlucky. Alexander is both a twink and a huge muscle guy. There's an older version and a Shota version, though. Man. Man. Man.
Na, なるほどな。
Fate lore goes deep, deep. It was rare for my Yuri to get this excited about something. I took a closer look and saw that the design was a little different from the standard Upa. Imagine doing the mana transfer with Alexander. Jesus. I didn't know a lot about Upas, so I couldn't say exactly what was different. Very deep, like parallel worlds deep. Multiverse is canon. Oh, dude, you know what that means. You know what that means? They're gonna have like freaking Goku level characters. Or something. God tier characters that just solo everybody. I didn't know a lot about Upas, so I couldn't say exactly what was different.
このキーホルダーね、結構あちこち探してたんだ。すっごく人気があってね、どこも売り切れだったんだよ。まさかハンズに残ってるなんて思わなかったな。
ラッキーだったな。
しかもこれが最後の1個だったんだよ。
People expect a lore-accurate Goku to be added eventually? What, you mean Sun Wukong?
今日は来てよかった。オカリンとおじさんには感謝しなくちゃ。
Yes. Dude, Sun Wukong is such a cool character, and then literally every shonen just stole his character, and they're like, we're gonna make that our main character, and then act like we made it up. Other people from his legend are already in the game. Oh, cool. Mayuri took the tag off the keychain and got her house key out of her bag and carefully attached it.
ねえ、オカリン、マユシーね、これずっとずっと大切にするね。
お
Aww.
う、そうしてくれ。くれぐれも買って5分でなくしたりしないようにな。
It happened before, after all. You know, that's actually kind of really messed up because the implications behind that are oof. Like the metal Upa had won for her at the radio building. Mayuri had lost it in no more than 5 minutes after I gave it to her. I'd wondered if she had ever found it. I didn't really want to remember that time in my life, so my memory of what happened to the metal Upa was vague. Little did he know that that thing was immensely important.
もう絶対になくさないのです。
Dude, I've already been live for an hour, and I feel like maybe 20 minutes of that was spent on Steins Gate. Maybe 20 minutes. I feel like the people that watch the VODs or the YouTube videos, if they exist, probably get super aggravated when I go on these long tangents. I've been a Fate fan since 2004, so if you're playing the VN on stream, I'm pretty hyped. I am. I think I've announced that a couple times. I am playing Fate Stay Night on stream. For sure. I'm doing that draft key and I'm gonna hit you with the double. I'm also playing what was it called? Shit. Umineko on stream. I just hit you with the death combo. I'm playing Fate Stay Night and Umineko. It's over for draft key cells. Fate power scaling is insane though. The most powerful force in the universe, not counting certain metaphysical exceptions, is the Eldritch physical manifestation of the will of the planets in our solar system known as types. A few steps below that, you have things like servants and impossible ancestors, aka cooler vampires. Dude, Jesus. Alright. Most people probably count that as a spoiler, but one, I'll probably forget by the time I actually start it, and two, I don't really care if it's just about, like, power systems. Leave it to Mochi to forget things he reads, like, 10 minutes after. Cthulhu is in Fate. None of that is touched on in the OG novel either. Ah, I got you, I got you. Does a draft key, does Cthulhu have any influence from his creator? No, okay, no, that's too edgy, that's too edgy. I can't make that joke. Never mind. Bad Mochi, bad Mochi. Yeah, okay, that one's on me, that one's on me. That was cringe, that was just cringe edge for cringe edge sakes. Never mind, I'm sorry. The two of us started to head back.
オカリンのお店のポップ張り切って作るね。
ああ、その作業があったな。
Did you guys see that iDubbbz did that apology, that weird apology video for like, what was it about? It was like, it was titled like, I miss the old iDubbbz, and it was so strange, dude. It's such a strange video. Sorry for rambling on, I got absorbed into the fate hole. What are you talking about, Morse? We're just talking, man. You don't have to apologize. I apologize for not, like, staying focused on the novel. Y'all don't do anything wrong. I like talking to you guys. The main thing I like about streaming is getting to like talk to you guys and see what you guys are up to and like what your interests are. Like just meeting new people through like genres that we have in common in our shared interest. Without you guys, I would not like streaming nearly as much. And that's just a fact. Yeah, I just ignore it. Yeah, it is such a weird video. I've been thinking about the job. I've been thinking the job was done once we bought the materials. One cool thing about Fate Stay Night is your choices can kill you. Dude, there's bad endings? Okay, that's based. That's based. Bad endings are based. Actual consequences. There's 40 bad ends? Okay, wait a minute. Dude, oh my god. Heard about the video, not sure what to feel about. Like, draft, I more or less ignored it. Yeah, it probably is best to just ignore it, but... yeah, I don't know, it's just weird. Each of which has a comedic skit after it. Yeah, you can go down a valley and just die type deal. Man. Dude, are we gonna have to see all the endings when we play Fate Stay Night? Is that what's gonna have to happen? Is that what's gonna have to happen? Are we gonna have to see all the endings? We might have to. That might be the play. Yes. That might just be the play. Dude, okay, so for those of you that are new here, or came during Steins Gate, my longest playthrough was Higurashi because I'd spent 6 months on it. Do you think if I do all the endings in Fate Stay Night, it will end up being longer than the Higurashi playthrough? Keep in mind, I spent 6 months on Higurashi. Yeah. Oh wait, I didn't catch all things. Get all of them, you get a bonus scene. Yes. There are 6 endings plus an epilogue. Or was it 5, something like that. I got a bad end in my first 10 minutes playing. Jesus. No, you guys don't understand. I'm literally going to get the best ending doing like my normal like, because you guys know that I always hold like the first route like dear and near to my heart. I'm gonna get the best ending off rip. There's just no way. There's just no way. 100% completion of Fate is an 80 to 100 hour playthrough with a flowchart. It's roughly 80 hours. That is pretty long, actually. How long was Higurashi draft key? Do you know? Do you remember how long, like, VNDB says Higurashi is? I've been thinking the job was done once we bought the materials. The real work actually began now.
俺も手伝おうか?
大丈夫。マユシーのセンスを信じてほしいな。
I always believe in Mayushi. I do that like the chant from like Jimmy Neutron, but actually when it's for Mayuri, I just do like cluck 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 ooh Mayuri. You guys know what I'm talking about when they're like cluck 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 ooh caribou. That one Jimmy Neutron episode. I don't think anyone besides me knows what that is. Never mind.
ハートマークのポップを買おうとしてた時点でセンスを疑うぞ。
大丈夫だよ。
Yeah, come on, man. Don't be a Mayuri hater. I've never seen Jimmy Neutron. Missed out. Missed out.
まあポップを作ってくれるだけでもありがたいから文句は言わないけどな。
Actually, you know what? Jimmy Neutron's good, but it's not as good as Planet Sheen. Okay, that's too goofy. Let me stop memeing. The true best show ever created, Planet Sheen. And Sheen got a TV show. That's all I know. See, all you need to watch is Planet Sheen Draft Key, and it's the greatest show ever created. It's so good. It's so good that it makes The Godfather look like an effing joke. It makes Breaking Bad look like the worst show ever created. That's how good Planet Sheen is. Was it something wrong with that kid? No, he's based. That's all it is.
お母さんにメールしなきゃ。晩ご飯までには帰りますって。
なんならうちで食べてってもいいぞ。どうせ親父やおふくろが引き止めるだろうし。
どうしようかな。オカリンは今日はこの後ずっと家にいるの？合コンとか行かない？
I remember seeing a little Planet Sheen. Never really saw Jimmy Neutron though. Alright. You passed the vibe check then, Morsay. You watched our Lord and Savior Planet Sheen. So it's fine. We have two religions here in Mochikuma VT. That's Mayuri and Planet Sheen. it's Mayuri and Planet Sheen. Is this still the memes after the fact clause?
最近は全然行ってないよ。
Only true Mochikuma VTers binge all of Planet Sheen. only true Mochi lads. True Mochi lads know all the Planet Sheen lore. Last fall, when I'd been trying to become a normal college kid, I'd force myself to go to as many as possible. But lately, I'd been so busy with my studies that I hadn't had a chance.
そっか。じゃあごちそうになっていこうかな。
Ooh. Mayuri took out her phone and started to type something when... Uh-oh. Her expression suddenly darkened. She stopped moving.
どうした？
ついさっきね、楓さんからメールが来てて気づかなかったよ。
What's wrong?
どうしよう、おかり。
What's wrong? Mayuri seemed like she was on the verge of tears. What is it?
何かあったのか？
ねえ、おかり。前に言ってたよね。ふぶきちゃんは病気なんかじゃないって。
Right.
ふぶきちゃん？中瀬さんのことか？来島さんの方じゃなくて？
あれって本当に病気じゃないんだよね。
I would say so, yes.
お、おう、違うはずだ。
Mayuri showed me her phone. Fubuki's back in the hospital. I'm on my way. Here's the location. They took her back?
また入院しただって。
That's definitely just to run more tests or something. I couldn't believe what I was seeing on the screen. Fubuki was at a different location than before. This time it was the Tokyo General Hospital High-Tech Medical Center in Yoyogi. It was supposedly one of Japan's most advanced hospitals. More say you're scaring me, man. And I scare easily. According to what I read on the internet, patients with the new encephalitis that everyone was talking about were being gathered here for special treatment. Like, I scare so easily. When I saw the crappy little jump scare at MK9 in the crypt with the little goblin, I nearly jumped and cried. I scare easily, man. But I'd also read lots of really bad urban legends about the place. And I was a bit worried about what kind of horror show I'd find here there. Major location in Chaos Head? Oh, so it's a bit of just a little connecting lore with Chaos Head then. But of course, when we arrived, it was nothing like that. It was very clean and decorated like a luxury hotel. Dude, I'll bet you anything that the Science Adventure Time, like, timeline, like, between the games, if someone tried to connect them, it'd look like a horror show. With, like, all the lines, like, overlapping each other, going in circles. Like, well, Steins starts here, and then Chaos, technically right here, but you could also say it starts... It's literally the whiteboard explaining meme. Science adventure. No fans trying to explain the timeline.
まゆりちゃん、ホカリンさん。こっちです。
Surprisingly, not really. It more or less lines up with the Steins Gate world line for the most part. Oh, nice. I don't know why I always get surprised when I see the characters in, like, fairly different uniforms. Don't say it, Mochi. Okay. Almost. Almost. Now, Fate, on the other hand, that'd be accurate. Oh, man. Kaede and Yuki waved to us as we entered the lobby. Yuki had gotten a message from Kaede as well, and had evidently come right over. I can't be the only one that thinks it's kind of weird that they had Mayuri's school uniform be in the OG sprite, since that wasn't in OG Steins Gate? At least I don't think it was. It just seems like a weird decision, because they're not in the past, they're just in Steins Gate 0 right now. Gigix's 30-minute video explaining the timeline holds up. Plus, there's at least a few lore channels. I think it showed up in a flashback once. Oh, I see.
大丈夫だよ。
Yuki gave Mayuri a soft hug and a smile. Why does that feel like the Giga Chad meme? No, you can only make sprites for different sprites for characters that they show up multiple times in the story. Steins Gate, mixed sprite.
うけどな。
Yeah. I was certain that what they were calling encephalitis was actually something similar to reading Steiner. Also, those bad things that Okabe mentioned hearing about this place, some of them are probably true. Some bad stuff did go down here. This is where Dio killed that one lady when his leg got chopped off. He's like, "You, hand me my leg." "What are you waiting for? Hand me my leg like a stewardess bringing me airplane peanuts!" Or something like that, I forgot. It's where 4 degrees Celsius fought Poochie. Dude, I know you did not just call Emporio 4 degrees Celsius. Questionable science and bad stuff in the basement, kind of bad. Oh, man. Oh, brother. One time when I went to visit Fubuki in the hospital, I had secretly investigated the other patients. I wasn't able to get any proof, but I found out most of the patients in the wing had, to varying degrees, memories of the same world line. Many people had memories of Japan at war. Dude, I genuinely... Just a random thought, but I genuinely feel bad for people that haven't watched all of JoJo yet. Like, the anime at least. Like, I genuinely feel bad. Genuinely just actually missing out.
それがね、今 MRI で脳の検査をしている最中なんですって。だから病室にいないの。
I'll get there one day, maybe. Have you started it yet, or you just not had the will to start it yet? New part 9 chapter dropped last week. I still need to read part 7, DraftKings. I watched all the anime though, and I read part 6 when it was a manga. I'd say I've done my duty. Partway through part 2, and have been for a couple years now. Oh, dude, part 2 is such a good effing part. Joseph is the best JoJo. I don't care what anyone says. Joseph is and always will be the best JoJo. Joseph is my goat. It's starting to get bizarre. I don't hate part 1 as most other people do, but I don't like it that much. Part 1 is just kind of bland for the most part. I mean, Jonathan and Dio are great, but besides them, it's not really like... It's still just kind of bland. Also, let me not forget about not Caesar Zeppeli. What was the dude's name? Is Zeppeli. I think I forgot his first name, but it was the dude with the top hat.
そうなんだ。
Hey, baby!
でももう少しで終わるみたいよ。ここで待っていてって吹雪ちゃんのお母さんが。
Watch me punch this frog. Man actually just committed animal abuse to teach JoJo a lesson. He said, "Hey bro, watch me punch this frog." And Jonathan's like, "What the F are you doing?" Kaede motioned to Mayuri, indicating she should sit down at a nearby sofa. That frog would later become Pepe. The frog got hit by Zeppeli and literally did Peepo weird leave. He actually did Peepo weird leave.
検査が終わったら声をかけてくれるみたい。
I let the girl sit down on the sofa and stood next to them while I survived the lobby. There's also Speedwagon. Speedwagon! The man, the myth, the legend. Speedwagon is a whole, like, other tier of JoJo character, though. You can't really compare him to the others. He's that good. Like, he's on his own plane of existence, you know. I let the girl sit down on the sofa and stood next to them while I surveyed the lobby.
すごい病院ですよね。
ああ。中瀬さんの家って実はすごい金持ちだったりするのか？こんなところに入院なんて。
If you ever manage to finish part 2, Morsay, I feel like your biggest hurdle will be getting through part 3. Because while the characters in part 3 are entertaining, Morsay, the plot itself is kinda rough. It's kinda rough. It very much follows like a monster of the week type beat.
いえ、そうじゃなくってですね。吹雪ちゃんのお母さんの話だと、日本とアメリカの政府がお金を出して新しい治療のプロジェクトを始めるみたいなんです。
I managed to get through School Days. I'm sure I can handle it. I've not seen School Days. Is it that rough?
この病院とアメリカの専門病院や研究所が中心になってやるんだそうですよ。
It is bad. Wait. I could be thinking wrong, but is School Days that one where like they die randomly or something? I feel like that was the one where I saw a girl impale herself on an umbrella. Or am I thinking of something else? I feel like I may be thinking of something else. But I feel like I remember I saw something that had school in the title, and there's like a scene where the girl falls down the stairs, and she just straight up gets impaled by her umbrella. No, that's something else. Oh, okay. I wonder what that was, though. I forget. The umbrella scene. I'll tell you one of the craziest, like, gory anime I've ever seen. I don't remember the name, but there was, like, these killer rabbits. I say seen, but I only saw, like, clips of it. There was, like, these killer rabbits just, like, mauling people, tearing them apart, putting them into, like, a blender, just, like, eating them like chicken wings. Like, that was disturbing. The umbrella thing is from another? Oh, okay. The rabbit thing is Blood Sea. Oh, okay. Dude, what are they cooking in Blood Sea? What were they cooking? I wasn't sure how I felt about that. If I was right about what this disease really was, it was hard to imagine a bigger waste of money. Hey, leave it to the government, man.
お願いします。患者は全員個室にしてください。それも患者同士が接触しないよう、なるべく離れた部屋で。
Well, it's Jover. Leskinen's here. Alright, Leskinen's about to, like, go Super Saiyan and kill everybody. It's Jover. You guys think Leskinen's actually Dio? Leskinen's just Dio, but he managed to time travel, or universe travel. Shoot him now. Bro, if he's Dio, shooting ain't gonna help, bro. It ain't gonna help, little bro.
しかしね、そんな都合よく病床は空いていませんから。
それでもやってくれないとダメです。患者同士が会話をすることで夢の情報を共有してしまうでしょ
いや、それはそうですが。
脳というのはね、他人が見た夢なのに、それに共感を覚えてしまうと、あたかも自分が見た夢のように錯覚してしまう。そういう可能性だってあるのです。
Across the lobby, I saw an old Japanese doctor in a white coat and a big man in a suit who was frantically trying to talk to him. I'd seen the man in the suit before. Actually, it was a man I knew well.
教授、レスキネン教授。
I hurried over.
レスキネン教授、俺です。岡部です。
Plot of School Days, guy likes girl, guy does things with other girls to get experience, love interest finds out, goes full yandere, disturbing and bad ending involving a knife. Yikes. Well, let me guess more, say. Just tell me if I'm right or not. Does either MC or MC love interest die? Does either or die? I'm gonna get some major brownie points if I guess it. Yep, okay, yep. I guess that. Hold on. Alright. He must have been wearing his translator because he was communicating with the old doctor in Japanese. MC gets a severed head for his troubles. Unlucky. You know what's funny? From the way you described it, if he had just like confessed to his love interest, it would have been like, that's all, folks. Totally deserved it too, by the way. Oh, unlucky. Dr. Leskinen's face quickly broke into a smile when he saw me.
Oh, Rentaro!
His voice was so loud that everyone in the lobby, doctors, nurses, staff, and even the patients turned to look at me. But Dr. Leskinen didn't seem to notice him as he ran over. He was like a giant American football player racing for a touchdown. My cries went unheard as Dr. Leskinen tackled me and then pulled me up. Oh no. And then he switched from football player to pro wrestler, and he swung me up and down. I felt like I was a little child. There was nothing I could do to resist him as he flung me around. Jesus. A moment later, he noticed the cold stares of the people around us and finally released me. Okabe just got glomped. Get glomped, idiot. Dr. Leskinen bowed to the people around him in apology.
レスキネン先生、この青年とはどういったお知り合いかな?
The doctor that Professor Leskinen had been talking to was staring at me suspiciously. But summary actually makes the MC seem like a better person. He's a horrible human. SAO gets a lot of flack, but it's a solid 6 compared to School Days, which I would give a 2 at best. It's worse than Sword Art Online? It's that bad? It's worse than... I mean, it does sound really bad from what you've described. It's that bad. Wow. Unlucky, dude. Dude, it takes talent to be worse than Sword Art Online. That takes talent. No, do not do that. I will refuse. I will refuse and your points will go to waste, Golden. I am God King Emperor of this land. This Sword Art Online is mid compared to true trash anime. Oh man, I can redeem it 3 times. I'll ignore it all 3 times. I wasn't sure exactly what to tell him. It wasn't like he was really my professor.
見たところまだ学生のようだが、どこの大学かね? 教授と同じ脳科学専攻だとすると
Plus, at least Sword Art Online at least has the amazing abridged series that deserves something. True. True, actually. True and valid.
いえ、俺は
彼は9月からビクトゥ・コンドリア大学の学生ですよ。いずれ私の研究室に来てもらうつもりでいます。
え？
おほう、ビクトル・ポンドリア大学かね。これは驚いた。
I looked over at Dr. Leskinen questioningly, but he just gave me a mischievous smile. This is not going to end well. This is not going to end well. He's basically gonna try and kidnap Okabe. Kidnap. This guy. He really was such a kid.
日本人であそこへ行ける学生なんてめったにいない。大したものだ。
どうも。
That's funny because as I understood it, the education system in Japan is a lot more advanced than the one in America. Or at least it has to be more advanced than Kentucky. It has to be more advanced than Kentucky. After the doctor left, I sighed loudly enough for Professor Leskinen to hear me. Yeah, this end is the closest Steins Gate gets to a true bad end. Oh no. Why would you tell me that, Morse? Now I'm just sad. Oh man.
今の人は
この病院の院長だよ。
It's all up from here, though. True, true. I think in this world, Victor Crondria is on the same level as Ivy League, if not better. I forget. Where is Ivy League? What is Ivy League? I know it's like a high-tier school or something, but I forgot where it's from.
院長
Something along those lines.
そんな偉い人相手に堂々と嘘をついたんですか
おや、私は嘘なんてついたかな？確かに9月から我が校の学生とは言ったが、何も今年の9月からとは言ってないよ。
Ah, I see. Ivy League is stuff like Yale, Harvard, Brown, Dartmouth. Oh, I see. Yo, I bet if you're really smart, you could speedrun those colleges. You could speedrun it. Speedrun getting an education.
それとも何かい？君は結局我が校に来る自信がないのかな？だったら少し残念だが。
Kurisu did that already. Kurisu really just like no-clipped to the end of the level and became like the smartest person alive. Oh my god. Dude, Morse, no, Morse, literally imagine like Kurisu like just like Link sides jumping into a corner until she just no-clips into like the graduation ceremony. God, that'd be so funny. He really was like a little kid, completely shameless. She could invent the gun from Gmod. And how Maho did it? Maho went the Super Mario 64 speedrun route. She went to the corner, but she long back jumped into it. Wahoo! Wahoo! I used Mario because Maho's short. I can't stop. God. Somebody needs to do a Super Mario 64 thing mod, but with Maho instead of Mario. I thought the same thing, Kek. Damn. Shot her when she's already gone. Poor Maho. I like her, but I'll flame her too. Hey man, I say that if you have a favorite character and you can't flame them, then they're not really your favorite character. You gotta roast the ones you love, man. He really was like a little kid, completely shameless. But still, it was hard to hate him.
でも驚きました まさか教授がまた日本に来ているなんて。
I like that line from Rintaro. It's hard to hate him. That would age poorly, I imagine. It had been 5 months since I'd seen him off at Narita. No comment. No comment.
そうなんですか？一言も教えてもらってませんが。
I talked to her often via email and video chat, mostly about Amadeus' testing, but she hadn't said a word about coming to Japan. I hadn't heard anything about it from Kurisu either.
またあの和光市の武装のオフィスだよ。クリスと一緒にいつでも遊びに来るといい。
After seeing all the endings, though, I have mixed feelings on Mr. Shaman Girls. Wait, what? Wait. Oh wait, I feel like I don't get that joke. Damn it. Damn it.
泥棒に入られるから別の場所にしてくれと訴えたんだがね。
Dr. Liskinen looked up toward the ceiling and shrugged. It did feel like that place had security issues.
ウィンタールはどこか具合でも悪いのかい？治療でここに？
あ、いえ、違います。入院してる友人の見舞いで。
Notice that the music stopped. That means things are about to go downhill.
ああ、そうか。それはよか。いや、その友人にとっては良くないか。申し訳ない。
Uh-oh.
ああ、いえ。それで、教授こそ、日本の病院で何を？
Oh no. Dr. Liskinen brought his face close to mine and whispered so that the people around us couldn't hear him.
君も知っているだろう。例の新型脳炎の件だよ。アメリカ政府の依頼で精神生理学研究所が治療法を研究していたんだが手詰まりらしくてね。私も調査に加わるよう大学から命じられたというわけさ。
そうなんですか。レスキネン教授が新型脳炎を。
Okay. Well, I mean, obviously, this is probably not true. And if it is true, it's probably like, that's technically what we're here for. Now there was a word I didn't expect to hear. I explained that my friend was here because they thought she might have the disease.
もしかしてその友人というのは中瀬克美？
ああ、クリスマスパーティーで会ってましたね。
実は私が新型脳炎に興味を持ったのもあのパーティーがきっかけでね。
Oh yeah, because she collapsed at the party.
君と克美が揃って倒れただろ？
Yep. He was right, actually. In my case, I'd been sent to that other world line.
克美には何日か前に再会したんだけどね。私にも何度か噛みついてきてよ。どうしてまた入院させられるんだ？私は元気なのにってね。
そうでしたか。
もう少し協力的になってくれると嬉しいとリンタロウからも伝えておいてくれないかい？
ああ。
実際のところキャツミだけでなく全ての患者に申し訳ないという気持ちはあるんだ。我々も日本の医師団も研究を進めてはいるんだけどね。どうにも解せない検査結果ばかりで困り果てているのさ。
I'm sure. I'm sure you have the best intentions, Dr. Liskinen. Very believable. Dr. Leskinen's usually chipper expression darkened. This man was such a ball of vitality that I hadn't noticed until then. But when his smile disappeared, I could see the wrinkles that had formed on his face from exhaustion. He must have been working hard, like he said.
正直、最初はどの医師もこれほど不可解な病気だとは思っていなかったらしいんだけどね。
Sends out draft against Leskinen. Use technique 5! I just realized since Home is out now, I can bring my shiny alpha Ursa Luna to Scarlet and Violet, can't I? Yes.
どうしたんだ、リンタロウ。
I understood some of those words. Dude, the ramblings of a Pokemon player to someone that's never played it, like, has to seem insane. It has to just look like a crazy person talking. It has to be.
その
I dropped off after Y. Oh, that's understandable. Dude, like, it's just like the amount of time they've been putting into the Pokemon games just keeps getting less and less. And I hate it, man. I really do wish that they'd either, like, spend more times on the games or just send it to another company. Because clearly Game Freak can't be trusted to do it well at this point. It's so frustrating, man. Partially because I don't own a Switch and I'm a PC gamer these days, Platinum is the go for me. Platinum is pretty good. Personally, my favorite was Heart Gold Soul Silver. Heart Gold Soul Silver was so freaking fun, man. Like, it is still my favorite Pokemon game to this day. Like, there was just so much to do.
何か気になることでも
Game Freak can do it. The problem is Nintendo not giving them the time or resources. I want to believe that, but it's just like, man, I don't even know anymore. Or the old school Mystery Dungeon. Sky was pretty amazing. I never... Well, I did try to play a Mystery Dungeon. I just never got too deep into it. Nintendo's ass. That's something we can all agree on. Let's all agree that Nintendo as a company is one of the scummiest things on the planet. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah.
Since draft out against Leskinen, use technique 5. Bro actually just copy pasted. I'm dead.
俺は医学生じゃないのでさっぱりです。
Porno bag power. I was just about to tell him about my reading Steiner, but in the end, I couldn't. That's a good thing you didn't tell him. That would have been the biggest flop. That would have put you on fraud watch, Okabe. That would have put you on fraud watch. They're dungeon crawlers. The old ones have the best story and the most difficult IMO. Have you played AI Somnium Files? I have no idea what you're talking about, but that sounds interesting. If my uninformed opinion was wrong, it cost me my encephalitis patients. I don't know why I said my. It could cost the encephalitis patient their lives. One of the games in my backlog. One of the mini games. It's a really well-made visual novel with a mystery aspect. Ooh. Is it something I could possibly stream? Is it, like, appropriate? Cheza has what? Yeah, ooh. Might have to add that to the list. By the way, DraftKey probably knows this well. If there's visual novels that you guys are really into and think that it'd be awesome to see me react to, please suggest them by all means. I take all kinds of suggestions. I might not immediately play them, but by all means I will take the suggestions into consideration. If my uninformed opinion was wrong, it could cost the encephalitis patients their lives. I couldn't just tell him when I didn't have any proof. It's a very good thing you didn't tell him, Okabe. It's one of Spike Chunsoft's. Oh wait. Oh no. Spike Chunsoft. I'm getting war flashbacks to Jump Force. Leave me alone! Oh man. Dude, did they not say when? What the hell? I mean, they also did Danganronpa. Ah, true. Wait, okay, that's a good question. Who's to blame for Jump Force? Was it Spike Chunsoft or someone else? Who was to blame? The MC is a detective whose power comes from reading porno mags because he had a life or death experience with them. He basically becomes cured to when he reads a porno. That sounds based. That sounds unfathomably based. And then his face drew close to mine again.
ところで、その克美がなかなか興味深いことを言っていたんだよ。
Oh, there. I think Spike was a publisher for Jump Force, but maybe they developed it too. His mouth moving is creepy as F. What, the character you're talking about, or Leskinen?
自分たちは病気じゃない。別の世界の出来事を夢で見る能力があるだけだ。とか、なんとか。
Dollar Tree Dio over here? That's actually Dio's grandfather. Leskinen Brando. No, wait, never mind. They developed it. Bandai published it. This one's on Spike. Yoro. I told her not to say anything about it. Could she not help it? Bro, Fubuki, like, got pressured, like, a little, and she's like, okay, I'll tell. Man. Unlucky. This was bad. I might start to doubt her sanity.
中瀬さんはとても想像力がたくましいというか SF とかアニメとか大好きですから
Keeping secrets impossible.
他の平行世界を感知できる力なんて多分趣味の影響で口にしただけじゃないかと思います
Parallel worlds. Let's see. Parallel world. Another world which exists parallel to our own in another space-time. It has the same dimensions as our own world, and sometimes the people and objects within it are in the exact same place as our own. Kaleidoscope.
実は俺もそういうことを言っていた時期があるんですよ
I tried my best to come up with excuses, but Dr. Leskinen still seemed concerned. In Fate lore, that's the second true magic out of 5. What the... Jesus Christ. That Fate lore do be going deep, though.
だけどね、私も治療プロジェクトに参加して驚いたんだが。確かにこの病の特徴として多くの患者が夢を共有する不可思議な現象が起こっているんだ。
It's also an OP craft essence?
集団幻覚に近いのかとも思って今調べているんだけどね。
I only have one sad face.
でもなんだろう、こんなことは初めてでね。脳科学的には今のところ解が導けない。正直、非科学的という言葉が一番しっくりくるくらいだよ。それこそ平行世界とか前世の記憶とかね。
そうですか。
君も克美からいろいろと話を聞いてくれると助かるよ。医者に言えないことでも友人になら話すだろうしね。
We got the fake Grand Order pros in chat. Wells be like, bro, you're use 3 MLB K scope. What do you want, poor? What are you, poor? You sound like a whale. No, just a slightly bigger fish. God dang dolphins. No, that's Summer John. Man. You guys sound like me talking about Nikkei.
はい、一応心がけておきます。
By the way, download Nikkei Goddess as a victory on the App Store today. I need friends to play with.
さて、リン太郎、それはそれとして確認だ。
Dr. Liskinen was looking over my shoulder.
クリスマスパーティーの時にも感じたんだけれど、君のガールフレンドたちはキュートなお嬢さんばかりだね。
If you do pick up fake Grand Order, we can send you our friend codes so you can use our OP lineup as support. That's based. That's based. We might have our little fake Grand Order group in our stream friend circle. Mochi Morsei and Draft walking into the function with their fake Grand Order accounts. Giga Chads. Proud owner of 100 and... What the hell is happening? I just dropped like God knows how many frames. Jesus. 120 Arjuna altar. Yo, haven't tried to level past 100 yet. Arjuna is a Hindu god.
え？
Leskinen really went backslap. My man, a player, are we? He turned around and saw that Mayuri, Kaide, and Yuki had all stood up from the sofa and were looking at me. When they saw Dr. Leskinen was looking at them, they waved.
やはりあの中に恋人がいたりするのかい？ユキ、カエデ、マユリ、ルカ、それともカツミがそうなのかな？
The funniest thing is that he thinks Luca's a girl. His words were so surprising I couldn't think of anything to say. Maho would often call this middle-aged man a mischievous boy, and that was exactly the look he had on his face.
いや、別に無理に聞かせてくれとは言わないよ。君のプライベートを詮索する気はないからね。ただ、まあ、可愛い教え子にちょっとした土産話をと思っただけさ。
How old is the Fate Grand Order game, by the way? Is it like eons old, or is it like 10 or 20 years old? Well, it can't be 20. That wouldn't be possible. Dude. RuneScape old. Dude, About to be 8 years. Oh, okay. So it's about as old as Dokkan. Yeah, I think it's about as old as Dokkan, yeah. Dokkan may be slightly older, but I'm not sure. JP 2015, North America 2017. Yeah, sounds about like Dokkan age. We're 2 years behind JP. 2 years. Oh man, that must be frustrating. Oh my god. I hate that like they have like the JP versions and the global versions and some of these gotchas are so different. And it's just like you hear about a new unit being released on the JP side and like, man, well, it's about to be eons before I get them. I started playing about a year after launch. Oh nice. That's why I play both servers. I just like man. I don't want to be forced to play the Japanese version, because I can't read Japanese, it's just more inconvenient. Dr. Leskinen turned to walk away before I could figure out what he meant.
それじゃあリンタロウ、私はもうちょっと院長と話をしないといけないから、これで。
That said, we get some quality of life sooner than JP did. By that I mean we didn't. Huh? You don't have to, I'm just impatient. Oh man. I have to wait to catch up to reap the benefits. Oh man.
できればユキたちにも一人一人ハグしていきたいところだったが、次回にとっておこう。彼女たちによろしく。
あ、はい。
Mayuri and the others came over to me as I watched them go.
今の人、レスキネン先生ですよね。どこかで見たことあると思った。アメリカに帰ったんじゃなかったでしたっけ？おかり？
There was no way I could tell the girls what Dr. Leskinen and I were just talking about. Why do I feel like we're about to get a perspective change soon? After Fubuki's exam was over, we went to her room and listened to her complain, and then the visit was over. Just like Dr. Leskinen had said, she looked just fine. She told us she was ready to leave the hospital and jog all the way home. Mayuri and the others were relieved, but I felt worried. Did I need to talk to Dr. Leskinen about reading Steiner after all? I mean, I think there is... Okay, I will say that there is benefits for, like, getting the characters late on Global, because then you can be like, oh, well, I can save my currency to pull these characters. At least that's how I see it on Dokkan, at least. I can save my currency to pull these characters, so that way they don't just, like, blindside me and they're the best units in the game, and I've just wasted it on, like, something that won't even age well for like 2 days. So I guess that is a benefit. Oh yeah, we have Clairvoyance EX. Yeah. Okay. Without any context, just tell me the name of what you guys think is the worst unit in Fate Grand Order. Like, they're so bad they're meme-worthy. Did I need to talk to Dr. Leskinen about reading Steiner after all? But how would I explain it? Plus, there's a website that breaks down each character's archetype and which skills are ideal to level. Geronimo? I think I said that right. Geronimo! The Native American legend? But how would I explain it? It might be a better idea to talk to Maho and have her explain it to him. I couldn't come to an answer right away. Gil de Rice, both classes. Dude, I have clairvoyance. I knew that there was going to be a perspective change. It was a very hot day in 1998 when Suzuha said goodbye to Kagari Shina. Oh my god. Actual worst unit outside of the 0-star meme trophy character from the Fate Stay Night sequel. Not saying name because spoiler. Thank you, I appreciate it. He was a bad person IRL. Oh, yikes. Maybe that's why he made him the worst unit in the game. They're like, bro, we can't make a Daru. We can't make someone that's like Daru like a good unit, and then just, you won't catch us lacking. She'd gone to get food and water from a local store, and when she'd come back and opened the hatch, Kagari was inside screaming. Oh, what is she doing? She looked inside and saw that Kagari was slamming her tiny hands down the control con- Jesus, you're gonna break it!
お前、何をしてるんだ?
Kagari shrank back when she saw Suzuha. Just a coincidence. His saber kit is generic and sucks. His caster kit has a niche that is effectively useless, especially at this point in the game. Man.
違うの。これは、その...
Is there... Mini Karisu's acting up, get the spray bottle. Is there a unit right now that's like undoubtedly the best unit in the game? Or anything? Just as like a curiosity thing. Jekyll and Hyde are pretty ass. Damn, unlucky.
答えろ。だって目を覚ましたら鈴葉お姉ちゃんがいなくて真っ暗で明かりもつかないし狭くて怖くて苦しくて
There are several OP units. There's an unofficial tier list. I got you. Okay. I was just wondering if there was like one unit that people were like, yep, if you pull that thing, it's over. Yeah, some gotchas have those just that one is broken and nothing even compares to it. No. Arjuna Altar is at 1, and a decent number of OP units. Most units in the game are usable, even the bad ones depends on how well you strategize. Oh lord. Well, looks like I'm not making it far into Fate Grand Order. Is it easy to reroll, or is it like one of those things that's like an absolute major pain in the buttocks to reroll? There's plenty of There's plenty of characters like that in Fate. Hard optional quests are really difficult.
だから係ドアを開けたくてそれであちこちいじってるうちにこんなことに
No. Kagari started to cry. It's pretty simple to reroll. Oh, nice.
ごめんなさい鈴葉お姉ちゃんごめんなさいでも本当に怖かったんだ
If you get a Hercules, you're set though. Honey, you mean Huncules? Honey, you mean Huncules? Man.
そうか
Suzuha relaxed her guard. Kagari had PTSD from her time as a war orphan, and she hadn't fully recovered yet. Mayuri had once told her that she got very frightened in dark and cramped places. Archer from Stay Night or Heracles are both still amazing even now, and they were released on launch. Really? Okay. Admittedly, that's after rank ups, but still. That's fair, though. It makes sense if waking up in the dark caused a panic attack. And the time machine could only function with Suzuha's biometric authorization. Someone of Kagari's size wouldn't be able to break the console either.
お前は時間移動のショックで気を失ってたんだよだから休ませておいたんだけど悪かった
Suzuha grabbed one of Kagari's tiny hands to help her up, and then led her outside the time machine. Q Lancer's a free 3-star, and he's one of the best units in the game. And both of them are available in the first free 10 roll you get at the beginning. Oh, nice.
暑い。
かがり、約束するんだ。どんなことがあっても操縦席のスイッチに触ったりするな。いいな。
I feel like she's being a bit harsh to Kagari here.
うん。
Or like a little bit like scary, I could say.
じゃあ、私は仕事にかかるから、お前はその辺で休んでるんだ。飲み物と食べ物は適当に食べていい。
I don't think she's being harsh. I mean, bro, she's like a war orphan. Like, you can't like sit there and like be like scary and like demanding to her, you know what I mean? Not pounding on a desk or something is one thing. This is a freaking time machine. You don't F with that. Remember, Mochi, it's not gay if it's clay. And Kitu was hot. She's also a child. Yeah, like... you gotta be a little patient sometimes. I mean... like, look where I landed her. She, like, ended up not, getting in the time machine in the proper time. Not saying draft is wrong, but I respectfully disagree. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't even know what he meant. Suzuha handed Kagari the provisions she bought, then went inside and poked her head into the cargo space under the controls console. She connected the IBM 5100 she'd stored there to a portable terminal she bought from the future. Go look at the talk on the hot sands. Look, normally I'm all for the mentality of like kids make mistakes and we learn from them, but that's not something you should even be allowed to make mistakes on. Just because you're correct doesn't mean you're right. By all appearances, it was an early 2000s cell phone, but inside it was a miniaturized quantum computer from the year 2036. Of course, future Daru had made it himself. Check pictures, he's the green one. Let's see. Jesus, I don't know why I didn't expect that. Jesus.
何をするの？
Kagari was looking in from outside the machine.
2000年問題は勉強したか？
施設の学校でちょっとだけ。結局何にも起こらなかったんでしょ？
表向きはね。公表されてないけど、実は当時あれのせいでいくつかの地域や国に深刻な問題が起きたんだ。
そうなの？
問題だったのはこの IBN5100 というコンピューターなんだよ。これには古いプログラム言語が搭載されてるんだけど、そのプログラムの問題点を技術者たちが修正できなかった。というより、そんな言語で書かれた重大なプログラムが存在すること自体全く知られてなかった。第三次世界大戦はタイムマシンの開発競争が発端なんだけど、もしかすると2000年問題で発生したある事象と それに付随する対立こそがもっと深い原因である可能性がある。
She didn't expect a 10-year-old like Kagari to understand this, but she didn't feel like taking the time to explain.
しかも西暦2000年というのは特殊な年でね、すべての世界線が一旦一つに収束してしまうらしいんだ。それに関連してこの問題があらゆる世界線の因果に重大な影響を引き起こすかもしれない。私たちが目指してる狭間の世界線、シュタインズゲートも例外じゃない。
God dang it. Well, at least I didn't drop it far from where my hand was. Oh. She looked... Wait. Okay, yeah. She looked down at the terminal connected to the IBN 5100.
だからこれは2000年問題を起こさないようにするための修正プログラムなんだよ。
Right now, the terminal was converting the patch into the language used by the IBN 5100. With zero content, Merlin is in fate, and he's known as the Dick Wizard. Dude, Jesus Christ. The next step was to spread this program all around the world in the form of a virus, and the year 2000 problems that this era's engineers missed would completely disappear. The word connect appeared on the terminal's subscreen.
OK。つながった。
She'd been told that in Japan in this era, ADSL was still in the test phase and most normal users connected to the internet by low-speed dial-up using ISDN. But in major cities like Akihabara, universities, labs, and some big computer companies were starting to use fiber optic broadband. Some of them were even using wireless LANs. Wireless LAN, a method of connecting to the internet and sending/receiving data without the use of a cable. Wi-Fi, basically. Fiber optic broadband. A high-speed, high-capacity internet connection that uses optical fiber, also called FTTH, fiber to the home, instead of relying on existing telephone lines. It requires the construction of a new communications network. For this reason, adoption has taken longer than ADSL. As of 2010, 35% of Japan uses FTTH. Unzips Merlin. Stop. Suzuha cracked her way into one of those. Dad had left when he'd said that with 2036 technology cracking late 20... Oh my god. Dad had left when he'd said that with 2036 technology, cracking late 20th century network security was a joke. But he'd been right.
でも未来を変えちゃったらかがりたちがいた未来の世界も全然変わっちゃうんじゃないの?
Oh yeah, this is probably where Kagari starts to freak out. Surprisingly, Kagari had gotten the gist of what Suzuha had just told her.
そういうことだ。もうあの世界は存在させない。私たちはシュタインズゲートを目指すためにここへ来たんだから。
Suddenly, the uneasy look on Kagari's face vanished. It was as if her soul had left its body. Suddenly her face was expressionless, and her eyes were wide.
声。
ん?
神様の声。聞こえる。
Oh no.
かがり?
ダメだよ。よくないよ。ダメなんだよ、鈴葉お姉ちゃん。そんなことしちゃいけないんだ。
おい。
Kagari was acting strangely. Suspiciously, Suzuha reached her hand out towards her. But she slipped past Suzuha's hand. Oh god. And quicker than any child should be able to move, she slammed her shoulder straight into Suzuha's body. Jesus! Suzuha was caught completely off guard. That's how fast it was. Kagari's shoulder hit her in the solar plexus. She bent over and collapsed onto the seat. Suzuha, the war veteran, just got outsmarted by a child, by the way. Kagari tore the terminal out of Suzuha's hands. The cables, wow. That's a Mochi classic right there. The cables connecting it to the IBM 5100 were ripped out, and errors displayed on both screens. Jesus.
お前何を
Kagari didn't answer the question. Instead, she grabbed the backpack that Suzuha had placed on the seat and spilled its contents onto the floor. Good lord, Kagari! There were MREs, spare parts, clothes, and a semi-automatic pistol. Suzuha couldn't believe it. Kagari was going to try and pick it up.
やめろ
She forced herself to ignore the pain as she jumped on Kagari's body. But another unbelievable, powerful body slam knocked her back. Dude, freaking Kagari's got the power of God and anime on her side. Why is she so freaking strong? Well, we come back to this scene. Something cold was pushed right up against her brow.
動いちゃダメ
Kagari's tiny hands weren't shaking at all as they clutched the semi-automatic pistol. In the space of an instant, the safety on the gun had been flipped off. That's when Suzuha realized that this wasn't just a temper tantrum. Suzuha was the one who taught her how to use a gun. That's why she knew that Kagari was perfectly calm.
正気か今すぐ銃を下ろせこんな真似はやめろ
やめるのはお姉ちゃんの方だよ
何
世界を変えちゃいけないんだお姉ちゃんはおかしいこと言ってる
So, there is an explanation, possibly in recursive Mother Goose? What? Can't remember if it gets mentioned. Recursive Mother Goose. There was no hesitation in her eyes. Instead, Suzuha saw only resolve.
じゃあこのまま戦争が起きてもいいっていうのか
そんなのわかんないよかがりは元の世界に戻りたいだけだもん
ならもう無理だ私たちはタイムマシンですでに過去に干渉してる世界線だってずれてしまってるはずだあそこに戻れる可能性は低く
Oh my god.
うるさいうるさいうるさいかがりはママを絶対に助けるんだこの世界を消すなんてダメだよ絶対にやらせないから
Kagari turned the gun towards the IBM 5100.
やめろ
If only Rey Mysterio here. Rey Mysterio 619. Jesus. He'd know what to do. Good lord, she blasted that thing. Good lord. Before Suzuha could stop her, she yanked down on the trigger. Again and again.
やめてくれかがりやめろ
And then Kagari jumped out of the time machine. And Suzuha never saw her again. Oh. How'd they get it to work? Or did it just malfunction and activate on its own? On every night On every night that passed, she remembered Kagari. Suzuha had spent some time looking for Kagari when she'd first come to this era, but in the end she'd never found anything. But Kagari Shina, who was now 22 years old, was here in Akihabara. Suzuha was sure of it. But it did no good to keep thinking about it. So Suzuha decided to stop thinking and look around the room. I nearly thought he was naked, and I was about to throw up. Oh my god. Itaru, her dad, was playing yet another game populated entirely with female characters. His jaw was slack, and he was scratching the belly fat that stuck out from under his shirt as he played. There wasn't much to respect in him right now, either as a father or as a person. Jesus. That was shot after shot after shot, dude. Jesus.
そういえば、母さんとはうまくやれてる?
That's what a man looks like? No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
ね?
大丈夫? 私が生まれてこなくなるような事態にならないよね。
なんつうの? タイムマシンよりもなんだい?
ちょっと。
Suzuha stomped over to Itaru.
困るよ、父さん。
パパ、頑張るからね。
That's a lie. That's a downright lie. That's what a usually beta male looks like.
いっつも口ばっかり。結局、例の映画のチケットも無駄にしちゃったんでしょ?
She meant the pair of movie tickets that Mayuri and Ferris had conspired to give him at the Christmas party.
あれはさ、オカリンと吹雪氏が倒れちゃったじゃん。その後、お見舞いとかでバタバタしてるうちに映画が終わっちゃってたわけで、しょうがないっつうか。
でもその後、新しいチケットを用意しようとしたら断ったって聞いたけど。
誰に？
まゆ姉さんとルミ姉さんに決まってるじゃないか。
Fun fact, there actually isn't such a thing as betas and alphas. The rumor originated from wolf studies where researchers thought that the lead wolf was a leader alpha, but wolf packs are actually functioning family units that work together. Betas stands for Pussy Eradicating Terminator Alpha Male. No, it doesn't.
そりゃあれだ。マヨシとフェイリスターに頼りきりなんて男らしくないっしょ。キリ。
で、自分で何か行動に移したわけ？ダメだこれ。
Maybe this was a more important problem than the time machine. Suzuha brought her hands up to her head.
いい父さん。私、いつまでもこうやってお説教できないんだからね。もうすぐ行っちゃうんだよ。
Suddenly, there was a sad look in Itaru's eyes.
そういう顔しない。
Lions definitely have that structure, though.
約束したはずだよ。もう迷うのはやめにしようって。
Lion structure is also subject of lots of rumors. Females do all the hunting. No, they don't. Almost 80% of the time, the male joins them. Yeah, but don't the males usually only go for, like, the big targets? Like the giraffes and stuff? Like, from what I understood, like, the males hunt when it's, like, a huge target and it requires, like, the males. In addition, male lions not a part of a pride will form coalitions that hunt together as well. For the past 6 months, Suzuha had been thinking about whether it was really right to erase this world. They're both getting made into a coat. Males will hunt with the females. Size of the target doesn't exactly matter. I thought I saw something about that. I could be wrong, though. In a pride, though, isn't there usually an alpha, though? That's what I thought, too. Cap. Giraffe, you say that again, I'll act like Suzuha early January this year? Oh, no. Hippos will F a lion. Dude, hippos literally, like, solo, like, hippos could probably solo an entire family of lions. Hippos are broken, man. They need a nerf. But in the end, it was none other than Itaru who'd pushed her to go ahead.
Gomen.
Patch hippos, please. She couldn't bear to see her father so depressed, so she patted his back, broad back.
しょぼくれてないで、母さんにメールして。予定の空いてる日がないか聞いて。
Hippo's too big and shrunk, please nerf. No, the male basically has to defend his harem as in, don't beat me up or I lose my women. So there isn't any alpha type deal considering there's only one adult lion anyway. I mean, he still has a harem though. I'd say that's pretty alpha behavior.
で、空いてたら映画に誘う。
ゲー、いきなりハードル高すぎ。
高すぎでも何でもいいから誘いなさい。
Simba, you dog!
これは命令だからね。
Wait, that's true. If Simba became the leader of the pack, he inevitably cheated on Nala, didn't he? Simba, you dog. You live in that Issei Hyodo life. Also, if the male loses the challenger, the newcomer will kill all of the cubs present on the pride. So the last male's DNA isn't there. Dang. Simba and Nala are half-siblings, not even cousins. Half-siblings. Unlucky.
命令って。
返事は？
さあ、イエスさあ。
Satisfied, she headed off to take a shower.
あ、でもその前にちょっとだけコンビニに行ってくる。睨まないで。なるべく太らないようなものを食べますんで、何卒お許しを。
バニラ。
Huh?
はい。
私、シャワー出たらアイス食べたい。バニラ。
Oh.
うん、わかった。庶民がなかなか口にできない高級なやつをいっぱい買ってきてあげる。
いっぱいはいらないよ。一つでいい。
さあ、イエス。
That was enough to cheer Daru up. He took his wallet and ran out of the lab.
やれやれ。世話がかかるんだから。
She had just about taken her jacket off so she could take the shower. But...
Suzuha!
What's up? Wait, Daru ran? Well, that's mean. That's mean. Itaru had come back into the lab.
どうかした？
Hard to believe.
階段のところにさ、こんなの落ちてたんだよね。
Oh. Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's Kagari Zupa. Like, that's specifically Kagari Zupa. Itaru showed her a keychain he was holding. It was a round anime character whose color had faded to a smoky green. It was... an Upa.
誰のかわかる？
まゆ姉さんじゃないの？
She leaned forward to take a closer look, and then felt like she was experiencing deja vu.
このウーパー、どこかで。
She'd seen it before? She couldn't really remember when, but her internal alarms were going off. This keychain was extremely important.
うん。
Oopas were common enough that you can find them anywhere. The plastic edges had worn down, the paint was faded and coming off in places. But there was no dust, and there were no stains. Instead, it shone brightly, as if its owner had put a lot of effort into taking good care of it. The chain was so old that part of it had snapped off. That was probably how it got dropped.
どこだっただろう。どこかで見た。
マユシに見せてもらったとか？
そうなのかな。
She stared at the green Oopa in Itaru's hands. And then, in her mind, she heard a young girl scream. Oh no.
ママがずっと大切にしてきたウーパのキーホルダーだよ。かがりちゃんにあげる。大事にしてね。
She gasped. A feeling of indescribable terror raced down her spine.
まさかこれ
Yep.
かがりのか。
Mm-hmm. That was when she'd last seen it. August 13th, 2036. The day she'd gone into the time machine. That's when she'd seen this Oopa. It was older and more worn now, but the more she remembered that day, the more certain she became. This was the Oopa that Mayuri had given to Kagari. She'd seen Kagari holding it and crying to herself many times before.
かがりってもしかして未来のマユシの娘？
うん。
見つかったん？
いや、でも向こうはこっちを認識しているんだ。
つまりどういうことだってばよ。
あいつこのラボを監視してるんだよ。
Is she still... does she actually have her memories this time and she's trying to stop Suzuha again? Satisfied, she headed off to take a shower. Ever since then, her careful efforts to defend the time machine had paid off, and she hadn't seen any sign of Kagari, but she never thought she'd be watching the lab.
いや、ちょっと考えれば当たり前のことだったんだ。あいつは私たちがシュタインズゲートに到達するのを阻止しようとしてる。
Yep.
この世界をなかったことにしたくないと思ってる。ということは私だけじゃなく父さんもマークされてる。
Oh.
僕？
まあ父さんの命に危険はないとは思うんだ。
Well, yeah, the world line, the world line won't let him die. Unfortunately.
世界線の摂理を信じるなら父さんは少なくとも2036年までは生きるはずだし、ただシュタインズゲート到達を阻止するために父さんの研究の邪魔はしてくるかもしれない。
Literally yeah, no. Isn't Okabe the most important man on Earth? A lot of bad things had been happening around Suzuha, Itaru, and Rintaro Okabe. There was some possibility that the final target was Itaru.
これからは用心のために私がいない時には必ずドアに鍵をかけておいて。
わかったお。
オカリンおじさんや母さんやマユ姉さんたちが一緒にいても絶対に開けっぱなしはダメだよ。
I can't really remember if the explanation from Kagari is in this route or not. It's probably the most convoluted plot point. It makes more sense in the anime since they made it linear instead of parallel, but still. I mean, if you think about it, this all starts because... God damn it, Draftkey.
気休めかもしれないけどドアチェーンもかけた方がいい。
でもさ、オカリンやマユシならともかくアマネシと二人きりの時にそんなことしたらなんか別の意味で怪しくね。アマネシに変な誤解されないかな。
それは確かに。
もしそれで嫌われでもしたら我が家のピンチだお。
Susan groaned softly, unsure of what to do.
父さんがもっと早く母さんと恋人になってれば何の問題もないのに。
で、結局そこへ話が戻るとか
とにかく注意だけはしておいてよね。
Susan had decided to keep the green Upa keychain. She softly ran her fingertips over it as she stared at it.
なあ鈴葉、かがりたんって血はつながってないけどマユシの娘なんだよね。
そうだよ。
あのマユシに育ててもらった子が人を襲うような恐ろしい人間になるのかな。なんか鈴葉の話とイメージが重ならないっつうか、もっと優しくてホワホワしてて可愛い女の子になってるんじゃないかなとか思ったり。
For the most part, she is. Actually, it's weird because with Kagari, like, it's all of a sudden, like, she started saying, like, I heard God's voice, or, like, you can't do this, or something. So, like, is there, like, actually, like, some kind of other intervention with her? Maybe? It could not just be just that Kagari had a come to Jesus moment or something. That's what I'm thinking. Is that there was other intervention besides just Kagari, like, coming to her own conclusion.
だとよかったんだけど。私も前はそうなると信じてた。けど今の係は多分。
From what she'd seen at the radio building, she could tell Kagari had definitely received professional combat training. It wasn't just the simple self-defense techniques that she'd learned from Suzuha when she was a child. As she'd grown up, she'd been taught the cold techniques of a killer. There was no way to know where she'd been, or what she'd been doing ever since she'd gone missing in 1998. But there was no doubt in Suzuha's mind that she was trying to ruin her plans. Suzuha sighed as she took her shower. Since it was summer, she'd set the water temperature low. It was barely any hotter than tap water. As long as the water was pouring down on her, she could feel like the bad memories were being washed away. She slapped her Mochi, that's not what it meant! She slapped her cheeks with both hands and turned off the water. The small child turned himself and became quiet. Mochi, please. That's not what you meant. Oh my god. I can't. No, it's too funny. I can't. You're turning into. No, no, that's not what's happening. It's shaking the head. No, I swear, I swear, that's not what's happening. In the silence, she vigorously toweled off her hair. The building was never intended for anyone to live in. Not only was there very little room, there wasn't even a place to change. It was small and there were no windows, and the steam from the shower room built up, making it an unpleasant sauna in summer. Supposedly, Itaru and Okabe would sit naked next to the fans to get away from the heat and Ugh! I didn't need that image. Oh god. Of course, that was only when the girls as well as Luka Urashibara weren't around. Please don't phrase it like that. But Suzuha couldn't do that. There were those huge scars on her chest. If she was careless and Yuki saw them, she'd have a big problem. So she always forced herself to change within this small space. Uh-oh. The second she left the shower room, she realized something was wrong. The lights were off in the part behind the curtain where the lab room was. She was sure that she had left all the lab lights on when she'd gone to take a shower. She didn't remember turning them off. Still completely naked, she flung open the curtain. Oh no. Why do I have a bad feeling about this? She dropped to the floor, ready to move. She could tell by the light from the shower room that there was no one else there. She didn't hear any breathing, and she didn't feel any other presence. Get the black screen ready. Brother, you don't have to tell me. There's no CG. Okay, good.
父さんが一度戻ってきたのか。
As far as I can remember. Okay, well, I still need to keep that big iron on my hip then. The big iron being the black screen. And then when he'd left, he turned off the lights? No, that couldn't be right. The only semi-sus CG is from a different route. Oh, okay. Though it is a shower scene. Man. She looked around the room and saw that things had been moved in a way that an amateur wouldn't be able to notice. Itaru's computer desk, the sofa area, the bookshelves, even the mini-kitchen. Someone had gone through them all. Uh-oh. From the look of it, the same was probably true of the development room. Suzuha glanced over all the areas where she kept her guns. The closest was the sofa that she used as a bed. She'd wanted to have one easily available if she was attacked while she slept, so she had cut out the back of one of the sofa cushions and hidden a suppressed semi-automatic pistol in it. It was just a .32 caliber for self-defense, so it wouldn't do much damage unless you had good aim. But it was small and relatively quiet, which made it the best choice for a place like this. Suzuha tensed all of her muscles, quilling like a spring, and slowly moved towards the sofa without making a sound. As she did, she tried to notice any changes in the surrounding area. There was a small sound in the development room. Uh-oh. There was a tiny, tiny creaking of the floor, to which you'd usually pay no mind. But that was more than enough for Suzuha. In an instant, she moved from quiet to action. She cleared the distance to the sofa in an instant and quickly drew her gun. She held it ready and slipped into the shadow of the refrigerator. In this position, she could barely see into the development room. It's the motorcycle girl. Also, she was caked up. I'm sorry. The room became silent again. But this time, the intruder in the other room didn't try to hide their presence. So the motorcycle girl was supposed to be Dr. Reyes, wasn't she? That's what they said in PR route, at least. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Dr. Reyes.
おかしな真似をしたら撃つ。手を頭の上に。そのままゆっくり出てこい。
Ooh. Ooh. Suzuha threatened the intruder in a low voice, but the intruder seemed completely unconcerned as they exposed themselves to Suzuha's gaze.
この暑いのに よくそんな格好をしていられるな。ヘルメットだけでも取ったらどうだ？
So, that is true, but who said she was the only one? Moeka still has a suit too. There's no way that could be Moeka. She is as stacked as Moeka, but still. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. That couldn't be Kagari, could it? The intruder was wearing a motorcycle suit, just like before. Even the helmet was the same. Wait, just like before? What do you mean? Isn't this like your first time seeing them? Probably not, but still, point is, there could be more than one female using the same type of suit. Oh, true. What does she mean before? This is supposed to be Suzuha's first time seeing her in this playthrough, right? I'm confused. The leather suit clung tight to their skin, revealing a voluptuous and perfectly proportioned body. God dang. Suzuha really said what we were all thinking. It was clearly a woman.
あんたが探してるものだけどね。そこにはないよ。私の服のポケットだ。
I want to say something, but I don't remember the exact order of events. Suzuha pointed toward the entrance to the shower room. The shirt she'd just taken off was lying there on the floor. The girl in the motorcycle suit turned her head, but because the face mask was down, Suzuha couldn't read her expression.
なあ、落としたらダメじゃないか。ママからもらった大切なものだろ。
She's trying to suss out if it's Kagari.
かがり。
The second she spoke, Kagari Shina was the first to move. Is that actually Kagari? She drew a degloss military knife that she must have been hiding behind her back, and closed the gap between herself and Suzuha in an instant. Suzuha pointed the gun at her leg and pulled the trigger, carefully aiming away from her vitals. Oof! She heard the small pop of a suppressed .32 and saw Kagari lose her balance and fall. Or she thought she did, but it was a feint. Uh-oh. She'd only pretended to lose her balance. In fact, she'd changed directions and was heading for the shower room. It seemed her first goal was to get what she'd come for.
これは。
After firing only one shot, Suzuha realized even a .32 should have more recoil than this. She fired again, but Kagari didn't even flinch for a moment. Did they change the gun?
ブランクカートリッジ。
Oh, okay. At some point, all the bullets in Suzuha's gun had been swapped with blanks. Damn. That instant's panic was all it took. Blanks? Yup. Kagari reached out for the shirt on the floor in front of the shower room.
この
Suzuha gave up on firing and flung the gun at Kagari. She really said, F this! Yeet! It was a dull thud as the hard barrel slammed into her neck, and it worked unbelievably. Caught off balance, she staggered before she could grab the shirt. This is now a melee weapon. Yeet! The game's straight up labeling her as Kagari, so I guess it's supposed to be. She could hear Kagari's voice for the first time from within the helmet. Suzuha jumped. She kicked the off-balance Kagari as hard as she could with her toned, muscled legs. This was no time to hold back. Kagari went flying all the way to the edge of the room. That had to have broken a few ribs. Suzuha jumped toward her to continue her attack. But with terrifying speed, Kagari leapt off the ground and charged at Suzuha. We do know she was Oh, true. This could be a brainwashed Kagari, actually. Kagari leapt off the ground and charged at Suzuha. There wasn't enough time to come to a full stop. Ooh. A sharp blade swept by mere centimeters from her exposed abdomen. If she'd pulled back even a few tenths of a second later, the knife would have fatally sliced open her gut. Why is Numel so effing cute? Honestly, yeah, just because it's Numel.
Oh my!
You be! The blood rushed to Suzuha's head. Kagari was serious. She was planning to kill her. There was no hesitation in her movements. Suzuha leaped back and searched for something she could use as a weapon. But the other guns were probably no different. There was a good chance they'd all had their ammo swapped with blanks too. It was even possible that all her self-defense knives had been taken too. Which left? There were several knives carefully stored in the kitchen. Yuki had brought them over to use in teaching the other girls how to cook. But Kagari had evidently noticed them as well, and she was moving to keep Suzuha from reaching them.
へえ、ずいぶん離れしてるじゃないか。とてもマシンの中でベソベソ泣いてた子供とは思えないな。驚いたよ。
Suzuha kept her distance from Kagari as she slowly moved along the wall. Her competitive drive burned even brighter as she tried to come up with a way to overcome her disadvantage.
ほら、カガリ、これだろ。
Uh-oh. She picked up her shirt from in front of the shower room and took the green keychain out of its pockets. Okay, so that is Kagari. Well, that surprised me. I didn't think it'd actually be Kagari.
どうした？取りに来なよ。
Her fingers moved as if to crush it. She could see Kagari twitch. For the first time, she could detect a hint of emotion beyond the helmet. Brainwashing. Yeah, it's brainwashing. So does that mean that child Kagari was brainwashed too, though? Like, did they brainwash her that early? That's the question. And in an instant, she threw it at Kagari's stomach. The keychain flew in a slow arc, like she was tossing it to a friend. If something they loved was thrown like that, even the fiercest warrior would instinctively reach out both hands to grab it. Kagari was no exception. She carefully held her mother's memento in both her empty left hand and the right hand that still clutched the knife. Oh. Using the slow arc of the keychain as camouflage, Suzuha ran at her in a straight line. Her right fist connected hard with Kagari's stomach. Oof! Then her left arm smashed Kagari's head to the side. Jesus! Dude, this is some me on yeeting Satoko level type beat right here. Jesus. Kagari's body fell to the ground, her right shoulder taking the brunt of the fall. Suzuha could hear the sound of her joint dislocating. The knife slipped from her grasp. Jesus Christ. No. They tricked me. They tricked me. They got me. I've been had. Boys, we've been had. So, we're all gonna keep this a secret, alright, chat? No one saw that. No one saw what just happened, right? We're gonna act like that didn't happen. The action scene writing is pretty good in these games, considering. Saw what? Wink. Exactly. Yeah. What was I talking about? We didn't actually see anything. Now that I think about it. Suzuha got behind her and mounted her, twisting her right arm mercilessly. At the same time, she slipped her own left arm around Kagari's neck and squeezed hard. For those that are like wondering what's the CG showing, she's just got her in a choke. Suzuha's just got Kagari in a chokehold. There you go. Still didn't show anything, but Twitch might take exception to that, despite featuring more lewd stuff on the front page. Yeah, that's the thing. It's just you never know. You know what I mean? She could hear something like a moan from Kagari's throat. She could both hear and feel the bones in her arm and neck creaking. But Kagari picked up the knife on the floor with her left hand and once again tried to use it on Suzuha. Suzuha was forced to squeeze her arm and neck even harder. Imagine if someone walks into this. Oh, I forgot. I didn't. My bad. I'm sorry. Okay, so Suzuha said, "Stay put. I'm not going to kill you," and stop it, Kagari. I completely forgot about that. And then she just said, "I understand how you feel now, but it's wrong. It's wrong." But Kagari didn't stop. If anything, she tried even harder to pull Suzuha away. What kind of training did she get? Even in all the battles she'd been in, this much pressure on 2 different spots was enough to get even the toughest soldier to submit or fall unconscious. Never mind, Mochi's got the... Yeah, don't worry, I got y'all. Terrified, Suzuha squeezed even harder. At this rate, she wouldn't simply knock her out. She really would kill Kagari. But if she stopped, Kagari would kill her. Oh god. What should she do? Big Sis Suzuha, it hurts. It hurts. And then she heard a sad, weak voice from inside the helmet. It startled her, and she relaxed both her arms. Uh-oh. But that was just what Kagari had hoped for. The knife came very close to cutting Suzuha's left arm. When she let go to dodge it, Kagari shook her off and kicked at her hips with both legs. Oof! Suzuha was slammed back hard into the computer desk, and for a moment she couldn't breathe. She fell to the floor, and the printer and monitor crashed mercilessly into her naked body. Oh, God! Oh, Lord! Oh, it's painful. Cough, cough, cough. Pant, pant, pant. She forced herself to stand up, gasping hard as she did so. Alright, I think it should be fine now. Looking back on this scene now, I'm reminded that this is not the last time asphyxiation was used. Oh, man. She forced herself to stand up, gasping as hard as she did so. Kagari's breathing was heavy, too. Her right arm was pointed in an impossible direction and hanging limp. Did she break it? Jesus! She wouldn't be able to use it for a while, probably. Sigh adventure be brutal sometimes. Jesus. But her left arm was still holding the knife. Suzuha glared at Kagari's face. Not that she could see what it looked like behind that helmet. The two of them fell silent as they tried to catch their breath. The tension in the air was so thick that it was difficult to move a muscle. Sweat rolled down her forehead and into her eyes, but she still didn't blink as she waited for Kagari to make her next move. It was the sound of the front door opening that broke their stalemate. That's gonna be Daru, isn't it?
Oi, Suzuha! 今すごい音しなかった？
Oh no. Suzuha felt a chill run down her spine when she heard Itaru's voice.
あれ？なんで真っ暗なん？
ダメだ父さん、来ちゃダメ。
She yelled at the exact same instant that he turned on the lights. The sudden brightness was enough to make Suzuha flinch for an instant. Kagari was wearing a full face helmet, and that made all the difference. She leapt towards Itaru just a moment before Suzuha. Oh no. Actually, you know what? Yeah, just kill him. Kagari's black knife went up to his throat. Kagari spun around behind him, using Itaru's huge body as a shield. It never ends, man. Suzuha staggered towards him, gritting her teeth.
その手を離せ、かがり。父さんに傷一つでも負わせてみろ。たとえお前でも本当に殺す。
It's not even a tower shield. That's a great shield, man. But Kagari remained silent as she headed outside the door with her hostage. And then in the next moment, she shoved him forward. Itaru lost his balance and fell towards Suzuha. Suzuha fell to the ground underneath his weight. Oh god, Suzuha's effing dead. Suzuha's dead. Oh no. Oh god, they just killed Suzuha. Unlucky. Gentle reminder, Daru's a big boy. In case you forgot. It's the straight up doors. It's the straight up doors from Dark Souls 3. Oh man. Itaru just barely managed to support himself with his arms and legs to keep from crushing her. Suzuha tried to shove him off using a little more force than she may have intended. But Itaru was so huge, it'd take him a moment to get up. Itaru, big, fat, actually endangering everyone. Oh god. She was getting away. She somehow managed to crawl out from under him and quickly tried to follow after Kagari. Jinji, my man! Go and throw a quick shout out to Jinji for me if you don't care. Guys, if you have not, please follow Jinji. He is the goat. He is the goat. He's a little Duncan. He's a little Duncan. He's a little mischievous, you could say. Oh man. Good to see you. Good to see you, Jinji. Hope you're doing well. Itaru was still lying on the ground as he tossed the naked Suzuha her shirt. She grabbed it quickly and put it on, and then ran outside. Well, I mean, she still doesn't have pants, so... I'm a Duncan. I did say Duncan, right? Though I do have horns, and the beard thing could be part goat. Oh, alright, because I said you were the goat. Oh, man. Oh, man. You did, but I was already typing. Oh, man. It's a big shirt, maybe. But when she looked around the street, the girl in the motorcycle leathers wasn't there. There was no way to even know where she'd gone.
逃げられた。
Genuinely unlucky. It'd be dangerous to run around trying to find her now. There was a chance Itaru would be attacked while she wasn't at the lab.
今のってまさかかがりたん
Skill issue. Itaru came outside as well.
多分間違いない。
そっか。
結局あの子とはこうなっちゃうんだな。
No. The bruises and wounds were bad enough, but the pain that ached in her heart was the worst of all.
私さ、あの子のこと本当に好きだったんだ。
うん。
小さくても勇敢で、まゆ姉さんを守るためにいつも頑張ってて、私もそんなあの子にいろいろなことを教えた。きっと妹みたいに思ってた。
Oh.
うん。
けどあいつはもう完全に敵だ。
Yeah, the brainwashing probably... You can probably blame the brainwashing for that. Itaru straightened up her shirt sleeves.
今の鈴葉、なんかエロゲーの地上キャラっぽい格好になってる。
This is his daughter. This is his daughter. This is his daughter. This is his daughter. Just a reminder for anyone that forgot, this is his daughter that he's talking to right now. This is his genuine blood daughter. Just anyone that forgot. If that left anyone's mind, if that left anyone's frontal lobe, this is his blood daughter that he's talking to right now. He just said that to his daughter. Technically it is. There is no and, ifs, or buts. Oh, God, I fucking hate Daru. That look on his face is baby disproof. It's a gray area? Ain't no damn gray area. That's his daughter. You cannot debate that. He hasn't made her yet. She still has his blood. Like no matter what cope you want to use, that's his daughter. Like, you cannot change that fact. And he has that active knowledge. Suzawa was caught completely off guard. I mean, Nala and Simbo, wow, were half siblings. Did I ever say I approved of that after you told me, Golden? I don't remember that. I don't remember this part of the lore. You never answered? Well, I don't think it's cool even then. It's disgusting, alright? That's just my opinion. I'm sorry if it's annoying, but it's disgusting and weird and gross. That's just how I feel. I'm sorry. Suzawa was caught completely off guard. True, her t-shirt only came down to just below her hips, roughly the length of a miniskirt. Her breasts were almost completely bare. Jesus Christ. The shirt's hem was turned up, and she felt exposed.
まあ僕は地上物も結構いける口なんで、乱れた裸 T シャツというのもありといえばありですが、むふ。
I like the way you worded that, Draftkey. I like the way you worded that. Let's go back and see what Daru said. You look like a slutty girl in an H game right now, Suzaha. How many dads you know would say that? One. Yeah, him. Yeah, him and him alone. Punch him. I honestly want to punch him. Also, here we go. Proving my point right here. Proving my point right here. There you go.
またそうやってふざける。大怪我してたかもしれないのに。
But Itaru shook his head.
僕さっきはナイフ見て騒いじゃったけど、でも怖がる必要なかったんじゃないかなって。
He's just being silly, bro. Ah, true. Hitting on your daughter is so silly, man. That's such a silly thing to do. Hitting on your daughter. That's so goofy, man. Wow, what a great character. I love Daru. You know, I've changed my mind. You've changed my mind, Draftkey. I've changed my worldview. Daru's the best character, now that I think about it. He's just a silly little guy that hits on his daughter and talks about liking little sister roots. I've changed my mind. I've changed my worldview. That's just the way he is. He's a... Jesus Christ. You heard it, folks. Yep, definitely. We got him. Yep, for sure. For sure, Draftkey. He says things, but he never acts on them, thankfully. That's a good thing. But he should never say them in the first place. is the thing.
あれがもし僕の聞き間違いじゃなかったら。
Itaru rubbed the part of his neck where the knife blade was.
ナイフを突きつけられてた時、ほんの少しだけど聞こえたんだよ。
何が？
彼女、多分泣いてた。
え？
Crying? Under that helmet? After that whole battle with Suzuha? While holding a knife to Itaru's neck? Oh. Shit. But why?
だからさ、決めつけるのはまだ早いんじゃね?
Oh. 父さん。
の？
アイス買ってきてくれた？バニラ。
ああ、もちろん。
食べたいな。あたしちょっと疲れちゃった。
And then she almost fell forward. Uh-oh. Jesus. I swear, sometimes I feel like my life is texting simulator.
で、
Taro managed to catch her before she hit the ground.
おい、鈴葉。
ごめん、平気。でも少しだけ休ませて。
That was all she had the energy to say. She closed her eyes in her dad's arms, and her consciousness melted away. Going back to Okabe. Man. Do I continue or not? I feel like the ending is coming soon, but I can't tell anymore. We'll go for a bit longer. When July came, the sun shone down even harder on eastern Japan. Summer was truly here. The news had been saying for days that the heat island effect might make this the hottest summer in years. So, I said after you left yesterday that we had another 3 hours or so. Oh, okay. Okay. We'll keep going then. I'm pretty sure I'm close. Then. And then, on the first Sunday in July, I met with Maho in Akihabara. Oh, new Maho sprite. I think this is the first new sprite we saw of Maho. I've seen a Maho, at least. I was waiting at the open cafe at the UPX when Maho arrived. She was a little late. I don't trust this Maho. Do you think they brainwashed her? I don't know. I don't know, actually. They definitely had to have done something to Maho, though. Sus mitai ne. Not sure how close we are, but it should be close. I think we're past the overlap from the other routes. I have no idea. We are in, like... This chapter should be, like, the ending, though. Because it's called, like, Gehenna's Stigma, which is the same name as, like, the route that I'm trying to go through. Or the abbreviated version of it. Anyways, the GS route. I was waiting at the open cafe at the UPX when Maho arrived. She was a little late. Also, hey, Turnus.
久しぶり。
She ordered an iced coffee and took a deep breath.
と言っても、いつもビデオチャットで顔は合わせてるが。
そうね。あまり久しぶりという感じはしないわ。
Her habit of paying no attention to her clothes or looks hadn't changed at all in the last 6 months. People were going to think that she was an elementary school kid who decided to go play at a friend's house. Oh, man. But it upset her if I said that, so I never would.
まさかこっちに来てるとは思わなかったよ。
I wonder. Do wonder, actually. Well, I can't even pull up my phone, so never mind.
偶然、レスキネン教授と会わなかったら、今も知らないままだった。
落ち着いたら連絡するつもりだったのよ。クリスのことで定期的な連絡はいずれにせよしなければならないのだし。
今回は新型脳炎の研究だって。
レスキネン教授はね。
Google, didn't we have another 2 hours or so? We must have chatted for longer than we thought. Oh, man. Yeah, we must have, actually, now that I think about it. We'll stop here for today. We'll finish it tomorrow. If I do apologize for that. I would finish it today, but I just got back from surgery today, and I'm not gonna lie, it is like taking a toll on my stamina so far. So I'm just feeling a bit tired, and I don't want to be like sleepy mochi while I'm trying to read. You know what I mean? Are you in pain? A little bit. It's like throbbing pain periodically. Like it comes and goes in waves. You'll be in pain in 2 days from now. Have fun. Oh man. I mean, don't worry about me though. Okay? Like I'm all right. I promise. It's just, yeah. I just gotta know my limits and go to bed early so I can so I can heal better. We went on a tangent about fate near the beginning, which I may or may not have contributed to. After that, the pink. It's not your fault. It's like I like going on these tangents and talking with you guys. It's the whole point of me streaming. Like I like talking about this stuff. But anyways, let's raid Leah. Raid. Autumn. No, Leah. More say it wouldn't be a mochi stream if you weren't here. I'll say that much. You're the goat. You're one of the goats. This is the greatest greatest bear raid of all time. Alright, there's a raid message. Oh. And let me go ahead and type that in her chat. Greatest bear raid of all time. Alright guys, we will be continuing Steins Gate 0 tomorrow at 7 as usual. Hope to see you guys there tomorrow. Hope you guys have a good night, good day, all that good stuff, whatever your time zone is. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys later. Show me lots of love, and El Sai Kangaroo.